everybody.
Hello, we are hopefully live. Please, as ever, let us know if we're
Do you want
coming
to
through
rotate the camera a
loud and
little
clear.
tiny bit?
Little tiny bit that way. That
That's
better?
better.
That better.
That's
Yes, there we go.
better.
Oh, hold on, we're coming through. Shh, 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 shh.
Oh, you tell me to turn my volume. I'm just.
Yeah, our cells have just come up on the computer,
Mm-hmm.
so that sounded all good to me. Oh,
Oh,
wow, Russ is
Russ,
in
thank you very much for the
very
gifting
quickly.
of the 5 memberships. So, if you don't know, that means that 5 of you have just got a month's Hubnut channel membership as a gift from Russ.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Finlay's got one. That's
oh,
good.
lovely. So that means
Long-time supporter.
you'll see our exclusive videos, you see exclusive emojis.
Apart from
Get your
yesterday's
little...
exclusive video, which everyone saw.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a disaster.
Oops. Yes, not good. I'm going to jump straight into a question we had in this little pre-chat before we actually hit the live button. Someone was asking favourite daily driver, and I have given that some thought, and it's hard to get over Betty, to be
Oh, I
honest.
know. As soon as I
Yeah,
saw that question, I knew it was going to be
yeah.
Betty.
Bella the
'Cause
Belingo, I like a great deal, but she hasn't been the most reliable. We've somehow managed to have sort of, about 11,000 happy miles in now over a year of ownership of Bella de Bolingo. But yeah, she hasn't been the most reliable.
To be fair, though,
Annoyingly.
11,000 miles, that's a lot.
It is, but Betty did more than that in her first year in the UK.
I see we're doing a comparative.
So she's better off. So there you go.
Oh, I can see that Git and Pip are here.
Oh, Paige Greer, thank you very much.
Oh, what?
That's an amazingly kind donation. Thank you.
Thank you, Paige. And no, is that an
Yeah.
emoji? Is that a GIF?
Yeah, it's quite right. Look at it kicking. Rah,
Thank you
punching.
very, very
Yeah.
much. Hello from Ilfracombe. I love Ilfracombe.
Yeah, hello Nigel in
My
Ilfracombe.
sister is actually thinking of moving down there.
Yeah, we were talking about Ilfracombe just the other day, weren't we?
Yeah.
Delicious food
Yeah,
options.
glorious food. Lachlan Wilson says, how many miles do you drive in a year?
I have absolutely no idea. Somewhere between 20 and 25,000, I'm guessing, not including the miles I do in other people's cars.
Tim's just joined the chat.
Yep.
You haven't seen him in
Oh,
ages, have you?
Classic Wheels Wales has just become a basic Hubnutter. Thank you very much.
Okay. We've got how ill is Bella? We don't actually know.
We don't know. I haven't
We
even
don't
had a
know
chance
yet.
to assess. Starts, runs, seems okay, but when you accelerate, misfiring really badly.
Hopefully, Classic Wheels Wales, that's Mike.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Mike.
Yeah, hello, Mike. I hope you are well.
He keeps tempting me with various Ford Escorts and stuff on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, we're up to 200 already.
Then we've got...
I should have... Oh, Nigel Rudd.
Thank you, Nigel. That's another
Wow.
10 memberships. Crikey, everybody's going to have a membership. Oh, I saw a question. How will this better? Good evening, both. Are you planning on attending the Carew Airfield car show next weekend?
Yes.
We are indeed joining.
Yes, that's the Pembrokeshire Classic Car Club. Their annual show is at Carew Airfield in Carew, sorry, in Pembrokeshire. We are going to be there. That's next Saturday. So do come along. We'll be there. Hopefully in Ellie. Hopefully part next to James Walsh of Practical Classics with his very well-travelled 2CV. A 2CV I've known a long time because I knew it when it belonged to the previous owners.
And it's got quite the story because it had an
Quite
unfortunate
the story.
incident last year.
It was very badly smashed up.
Yes. And it's a brilliant show. It was brilliant last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Big show.
Yeah.
Big show.
New venue for
New
them,
venue
so
because
it
it's
should be
too big.
Yeah. So if you fancy coming along, do come along.
J Dub says you want to come to Scotland to review my Land Rover Defender.
Scotland is very much on the to-do list. Oh, Paige Greer has now gifted 10 memberships. Wow.
Gosh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Lightbulb Fun says back from the Field of Dreams. They tinkered with a Peugeot 404.
Oh, I miss the Field of Dreams. We've not been for about 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, very sad.
Favourite daily we've just discussed. That would be the lovely Betty.
Yeah.
You need a Game Boy on that shelf behind. Can you just grab something for Sammy? No, that's a Furby, love. Oh. Game Boy.
What, like this?
Yeah.
Game Boy Colour.
Oh, there's another one.
Is there?
Yeah, just next to it. Transparent one, but I've lost the screen protector. I'm a bit gutted. No.
There we go. We've got all the retro gadgets. We should put them in the cars when we're
Are you coming to the Motorist again this year?
No firm plans on Motorist. We may do, but yeah. Well, unfortunately, I was hoping to organise a big thing in July. That has fallen through. We've got the Hubnut Social on 10th of June, but that's now fully booked. So if you haven't got a ticket, please don't come to that one because we don't want to completely overrun the place. Yeah. But we will more than likely go back to that venue again later in the year, I think.
And then, of course, we're going to various shows.
Yeah.
We're going to a show in West Wales. I cannot remember the details of, but we are. West Wales, South Wales.
South Wales.
South Wales,
on the
rather.
Rhondda.
Yes, yeah.
So looking forward to that. That'll be a complete change of scene
Have
for
we
us.
sorted Bella's injection woes? No. Myrtles, no.
No.
Phil saying hello to Tim.
Yeah, good to have Tim in the chat.
We've got
Pop
Sweden.
and see Tim.
We've got
Tim
Cumbria, Idaho. I'm just playing catch up. How's Ellie? She's been good as gold, isn't she?
David Panther, I recently watched a program about Tatra. Have you ever driven a Tatra? Yes. I have driven a 603. It was an absolute highlight of my writing career. I'm hoping, I'm speaking to the necessary people, I'm hoping to arrange a 603 drive on video. So we need to make that happen.
Is Ellie Portuguese built?
No, she is French. She's a 1986. And the changeover year was 1987.
Graham W is loving the Took model in the background.
Yeah, made for
Somebody
us.
made that for us.
We
It's
can remind
absolutely
ourselves,
amazing.
we forget their name every single time. Just doesn't stick in the mind. Kelvin Hendry and Sarah McKay. There we go. They wrote it on the bottom. Made the Took and Ellie models. And we absolutely love them. So,
Daniel Sindel says, what is your favourite communist car?
Oh, favourite communist car? I mean, Tatra's... Oh, is Czechoslovakia count as communist? I guess so. Yes. Yeah. Tatra 613 might actually edge it.
Now, Mr. BWA1 is asking, anyone here going to Kilbrony? Because he is coming from the other side of the pond to go there in the not too distant future.
Okay.
So,
Where's
that?
That sounds Irish. Yeah.
It is.
Can't be why then.
Somebody was asking, what's with all the subscriptions? It's gifts. People are gifting memberships to folks.
Yeah, so if you're already a channel member of Hubnut, you can gift memberships to other people who aren't yet members, and they get a free month to see what you get. And what you get is emojis. You get a little Hubnut icon next to your name, which changes color depending on how long. If you're particularly supportive, that's the word, you can become a mega nutter after, I think, 2 years. Yeah. And we do a weekly members only video, which yesterday we accidentally made live for everyone. So everyone got to see what we do. Folks. Just a couple of minutes every week.
Oh, a little worrying from Simone here, hooked on classics. I've purchased extra security for TC.
Oh no.
Simone, I hope everything's all right, lovely. Yeah. I want to become a member but don't know how to do it.
There should be a link in the description below. Let me scroll and see if it's there.
You do that.
Where's it gone? Where's the description gone? That's helpful. Yeah, I think there should be a link in the description of this below.
8GT is offering you a Nissan Bluebird ZX Turbo.
Oh, never driven one. I've only ever driven fairly lowly Bluebirds. So, yeah, that would be an interesting one. Ian@hubnut.org. But please include your location and bear in mind, I'm really struggling to get out and actually do tests at the moment. So it may not be instant, depends. I might be in your area. Oh, Rob, thank you very much. That's a £5 donation. Oh, just Geert, €11. Oh, thank you very much. Here's a donation from Pip. She wants you to buy some treats for Diego. Okay.
Pip's super cute. I see her on Twitter.
And thank you, Rob, as well. It's been a lovely day up here in Paradise, aka Tom in Tool. Oh, nice. Now reverse searing a T-bone steak. Drools.
What is the rear light behind you doing on the shelf? That would be the rear light from a Mark 1 Toyota Previa, which I haven't owned for about... Is it the Previa light we got there?
No. Previa light is still next to our bed.
No, that's Betty's. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. It's not Betty's. That's from a Falcon XR8. But it is a Betty lamp.
It doesn't actually belong to any of our cars.
No. I got a load of spares. It's not really on the best display angle there.
What he was looking at today, longingly.
More rear lights.
Yes.
Aren't mini rear lights really attractive?
Scooter Muppet, welcome to the channel. And we met you. We met you last week.
We did indeed. Yes, so thank you very much.
And I hope you enjoyed the Wheels for Wales meet. Brilliant.
Hooked on Classics says some suspicious items have been placed by my garage and is rather concerning. Oh, people.
Oh, Simone, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's not nice when stuff like that happens.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, security is always a problem, especially with older cars. It does make you rather paranoid.
Lightbulb Fun says, don't worry, as a light bulb collector, my desk is full of lights and light bulbs also.
Yeah, can
Excellent.
confirm. Yeah.
Moss Chops 2002. Daihatsu Material rear lights are very nice.
Mm.
Yeah, we know they're very
Yeah.
lovely. Oh God, no, the preview light is next to our bed. That made me smile. Welcome to the wonderful world of Hubnut. And thank you to all of you that have just joined as basic Hubnutters.
Yeah. Wow, that's quite a lot of you. Thank you.
Yes. Bought any new tools for tinkering lately? Funny story.
I didn't buy any tools today, did I?
Not today you didn't, but you
we did
in
on
emergency.
Saturday. Yeah, we were on the way to take the Hublets to their dad's, and that all went a bit wrong, and Betty broke. There will be a video coming.
There is a video.
It may go on Hubnotes because I've got so much main Hubnut content. It may have to go on Hubnotes.
It's a little bit rough and ready.
Oh my gosh, Cambrian Classics has been gifted a membership. Along with other people.
Brilliant.
By Matthew Thomas.
Matthew Thomas,
thank you very
for
much.
gifting those memberships.
Yeah.
Avenger lights would look good on the shelf. Don't encourage him to buy more lights. He nearly bought more today.
Yeah.
Are you coming over to Northern Ireland anytime soon?
With no firm plans. I've never been to Northern Ireland and I would like to visit. Do you wear a watch? No. I have got one.
I've
got an old Casio F91W somewhere. So, yeah. I do have a watch. I just never seem to wear it. Robert Brink says next time in your Netherlands, bring your own tea. Yeah, that's very, very true. But then you got to get milk as well. And in some ways, I'd rather just not drink tea. It's just have a break, and that's fine. I accept that the Dutch say they drink tea, but they don't really drink tea. It's all infusions. The Germans are exactly the same.
Yep. Oh, but the infusions are lovely. Gosh, when I lived in France, I had the most lovely infusions.
Yeah, some are.
Tisanes, they call them. Yeah. Delicious. Julian Heap. Oh, you live in Eltham. I know Eltham.
Yeah.
My ex-in-laws live there.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with various things. We've got so much going on.
Somebody else saying they have several rear lamp clusters.
Oh, Matt T has become a basic Hubnutter. Thank you very much.
Oh, cool. Somebody was following a yellow Twizy with my other car as a Tesla sign on the back.
I guess they like electric modes of transport. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Has the 106 gone yet? Very shortly.
Deposit received. So that's quite exciting.
Yeah.
In Australia, you happen to mention your beard was growing lopsided. It somehow still is. Yeah, it does. I don't know if it's the way I lie on it. I think it's actually all the same length. It just gets squished in various ways.
Now, Russ is saying that he needs to do a wiper test for Ian on his car. He's just got Agnetta, new Volvo. Ooh. He's been doing all kinds of detailing on it. I've been well impressed. I can't give you the expertise, Russ, but I have been watching and being very impressed with all the things you've been doing to it.
Edward Newton asks if I would swap Illy and Tuck. No, not a chance. Daniel Sindel is Hungarian. Love the communist American, Japanese classic cars and the British classics. Ah, yes. Well, it's good to have wide-ranging tastes. I did enjoy my visit to Hungary, brief as it was. 4 years ago now. Blimey, how time flies. Incredible. David Up and Effie, where did you get that T-shirt in? It's magnificent. It is. This is by Russ
Wallace.
Is it Russ Wallace?
Yes.
Yeah, RJW Creative Design. And this was a birthday gift from you, I think.
Yeah.
It actually has a slight typo on it. This actually is ticking over at just below 10,000 RPM. But I mentioned that to Russ in the hope he would correct it. And therefore that would make this a limited edition and therefore really valuable.
I see.
So yeah, if you Google RJW Creative Design, I think it's got a red
he does some fantastic things. He did 100 years of Citroen one as well.
Yeah.
All kinds of car designs.
Yeah. And he did fridge magnets. So the colour fridge magnets we've got for sale. That is Russ's design.
Erect and flaccid bob.
Indeed. He did a very good bob.
The wrong moment to say that. Just take it off my coat.
I wondered what was going on. It was just like, we're going to get demonetised. Behave.
Oh, I just started to cook a little bit.
All things Alex, having recently driven a Saab, are you tempted? Yeah, I mean, I've always liked certain Saabs. I'm not a massive 900 fan. That causes a lot of upset, I'm aware. But the 96 I like very much. V4 and the two strokes. And I quite like the 9000s as well. So, nice cars.
Hi folks, many thanks for your Braille channel. Just a quickie, a year or so ago, you did something very unHubnut by introducing clipboards for planning your list of tasks. How is that going?
I saw one of those the other day. So that tells you how
he just goes, like, I try and organise and he just goes completely in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the love, David.
Matt Rutter, have you been watching Seaside Garage working on the XM? Oh, I'm a bit behind on my Seaside Garage. I was watching him changing a strut on a Mark 6 Escort the other day. He does good tinkering, so do check out Seaside Garage.
Yeah,
It's
he
in
does.
Denmark. Does it all in English.
Although he says that's all for the Escort now, isn't he? He says it's going on the road
Yeah,
now.
yeah, and he's got all sorts of stuff. Some
Yeah.
British Leyland stuff, a Lada, Neva, the off-road one.
It's me, Phil says, was watching the Caravan Collection video from 7 years ago, and yet you told me you didn't like them.
Yeah. Awkward.
Awkward.
Awkward. Paul Minibuger is asking about a camp over Hubnut car show. We would like to do that.
Would.
I think we discussed that in the last live chat.
Definitely we would.
Yeah. Edward Newton's asking whether there's any plans for Myrtle. Plans is pushing it. But with a Peugeot going, it frees up a space in the unit so I can actually move stuff around again. And hopefully Myrtle can come out.
Thunder Chunky saw a Daihatsu Midget 2 in green yesterday.
Oh,
Whitelander in the chat. Hello.
Hello, Whitelander.
All the local
all the
YouTubers
locals are in. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Paul Watts. That's very, very good of you. He's coming on to our social on June the 10th. Just in a boring Renault Clio. This is a Hubnut meet. We're not going to go, oh, that's boring.
I saw somebody say they've just got a new mobility car as well. And are they okay at social? Absolutely. Just any car.
Classic Wheels Wales has got a Mark 1 Laguna. Now, we've had a load of car offers in coming along the south coast of Wales, and we are hoping to get some done. But we've kind of planned out this week, and it hasn't really left any time for going anywhere, has it? No. The days just fill up so quick. Yeah, really, really difficult. Eggy 1962, do you have sympathy for Matt, who has been welding his soul away lately? I'm guessing that's Matt Furious and the ever so crusty Ford Crown Vic. That is so sad.
That's horrible. Really horrible.
Sid 3300, you're welcome to drive my Saab Aero next time you're in Suffolk. Yeah, I would like to, thank you. I've got quite a list of cars in the east of England, but it's somewhere I haven't been, apart from going to a ferry port. I haven't been there for a while, and I really must get over that way again.
Did you know Up and Downwards as an SM says Sid
really?
330? Yeah.
You'd have thought he'd have mentioned it.
When's the next Bob adventure? As soon as we possibly can, really.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a slight issue, but Betty's the only tow car we've got at the moment. That's not ever so ideal.
Yeah, no. Unless
Finley, where's Diego? He's over there at the moment.
He will. I'm sure sunshine. He will make he might not actually. There's sunshine over there.
Yeah, he's going to stay
there. Do you watch any smaller channels, up and coming ones? God, we watch loads.
Yeah, loads.
Yeah. We watch, obviously, Whiteland.
We watch Whiteland Restorations, Tim, Cambrian Classics Limited, has got his own little channel now.
Up and Down Vids.
Up and Down Vids.
We watch Seaside Garage.
Yeah.
We watch loads.
Yeah. So some bigger, like Finnegan occasionally, and Cletus McFarland I'm horribly addicted to. Although he's doing a month of freedom where he's putting videos out every single day, and I can't keep up with that. And I sometimes think I'm putting too many videos out, because you have to let videos breathe a bit and actually get their following. So I do worry I'm overdoing it sometimes.
So Indecisive Auto says, hiya, wiper fun for you. Currently got a Mark III Focus, which I'm detailing for Also Driven, another channel that we do watch. Are you aware of the witchcraft of the clap hand wiper mech that can be moved freely with the ignition off?
Ooh, I was not aware of this. Someone had mentioned something about transits. The latest transit, the Custom, the smaller transit. Not the smallest, that's the Connect. But they've got clap handers, and apparently you can move them wherever you like, and they will always resync. So there you go. I need to do some studying there.
Kay Lederman, Giselle tinkering soon. Fancied some.
I think we're hoping to get some Giselle tomorrow.
I'm really nervous of her because she bites me.
Yeah, she bites everyone.
Mike.
Oh, thank you, Mike. And humans be nice. Words to live by. Thank you, Mike.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We need to catch not economically viable. That sounds like our sort of thing. Diesel Creek is one I've been getting more into lately.
Diesel Creek, which one?
Will this bulldozer I found in a field somewhere in America start?
Yes. Mendit Man seems to be up to their eyeballs in welding. Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
I know how Matt feels the welding I'm having to do at the moment. There'll be more coming up after dragging my Defender 90 out the woods. Oh,
yeah. Oh, James G and Annie say hello from Brighton.
Oh, hello,
VX.
Annie. Annie is a Tuck fan, if memory serves.
There's another one that needs to come out and do more.
Yes. She does.
Brian Rutter asks if Betty's still misbehaving. She hasn't done that many miles since Saturday when she did misbehave. She got us back with no worries.
Yes, she didn't have. She
Did
had
she
a
have
little
one little
flicker. She had a
flicker?
little
Yeah.
flicker.
So something's going on in the dashboard.
Mm.
Like I said, there is a full video to come on that.
Mm. Are you not fans of the Peugeot 206cc? I noticed you ignored them at Merkvaardig.
I didn't so
And
much
they were just.
ignore them. I did say there is one in the first video. I didn't take a close look just because I was rushing. I think we might even have been driving past the lineup at that point, so I didn't have much time to linger. Yeah, I mean, they were made by Heliez, who also did the BX estates, might have done the Laguna estates as well. So a company sadly lost to us, but they did much fine work.
Luke Fleming saw a lovely Mark V Ford Escort Cabriolet earlier. One I
Oh,
know Carly will approve of. Yes, I do. Absolutely
no
approve of
accounting
that.
for taste.
Oh, oh. Have you ever had or would you get a private number plate?
No, because they're ridiculously expensive.
Uh,
A really nice personal plate is just terrifyingly expensive. And, things like these two cars, their number plate is such a part of their history that I couldn't possibly fit a different number plate. So, yeah. And Betty's kind of got one because hers is OKR, and apparently Ocker is a slang term Aussies use for themselves.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
I
So
thought it
maybe
was
someone at
kind of.
DVLA has got a sense of humour.
I thought it was kind of derogatory. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Oh, yeah,
Australia.
it isn't a friendly term.
I was behind a C5 saloon today. What a thrumpy rear end. Rear end.
Oh, what, sorry?
A thrumpy rear end.
On a what?
C5 saloon.
Yeah. Frumpy is a good word to describe a
Hmm.
C5 generally.
Would Miss Hubnut go with you next year to the Netherlands? I would absolutely love to.
Mm,
It's timings. We have one child that's just going through her GCSEs now, and one that's heading into.
yeah, but maybe next year we'll get a bit of freedom to go exploring. We'll see. We'll see.
People are pushing for Ireland. We probably need to go
Yeah,
to Ireland.
yeah. Ireland North and South we need to get to.
Yeah, my.
I've been to the Republic of Ireland. I've just never made it to Northern Ireland before.
I last went to Ireland when I was 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Likeable Fun has Mrs. Hubnut had a go in Tokyo. No, you haven't.
No, I haven't yet.
Not technically Mrs. Hubnut yet either.
Oh,
But
what's that
we're close. We're close. Close.
She's not Miss Hubnut.
No, I'm married
gross.
to her. Stippolite said only noticed two CXs in Netherlands. Were there more off camera? Not at that event. CXs aren't really what that event is about. That event really is more about ZXs and perhaps BXs, the more ordinary cars. I think it's like Festival of the Unexceptional. A CX would be seen as a bit exceptional, perhaps. So a Zara would be very, very Elk Merkwaardig, I think.
Ooh, Mac 1 late on parade tonight as I've been on a collection caper. Ooh,
Exciting times. I'll miss collection capers.
let us know.
Yeah.
What would your Miss Hubnut? What would your fleet be if you could have your own collection?
All the Daihatsus.
All the Daihatsus.
All of them.
Daihatsu Midget. I'd have a Materia, Grand Move. All of them. Hijet, Extol, Actri 7. I've heard of a Ford Escort, obviously. Mark 5,
Tanto.
Mark 6, Tanto.
All of them.
Campers, variously. Folding. See, this is it. Do folding campers count as fleet?
No, I suppose so. We report on Bob as a fleet member, don't we?
So I'll definitely have more folding campers.
Mm.
When am I going to take my driving test?
We've been discussing that today.
Yeah, we have.
Recently, I took my driving test.
Yes.
In Ellie. Thankfully, a mock one, but more to come on that in the hopefully fairly near future.
Now that's cool. The Zara used to be something like the Crown Vic here in Greece, standard police and undercover car.
Oh, very undercover, because you can easily miss a Zara.
They're
quite unremarkable looking and very wrongly overlooked car, the Zaras.
Sid, what do you mean? Ew. What's your favourite car on the Furious Driving Fleet? Edward Newton's asking.
Oh gosh, he's got quite a few, hasn't he?
He has got a lot, hasn't he?
Weirdly, I quite like the Freelander. Has he still got the Freelander?
The Hippo.
He has a fair bit of churn, does Matt? So
I think he's got the Hippo. He's got a tent.
Yeah.
Folding tent.
I like Freelanders, even though I really shouldn't. Matt T, how does Betty compare to the Lexus LS 400? Betty doesn't make as pleasant a noise as that Lexus. I mean, I quite like the way she burbles and her transmission whines, but that Lexus LS 400 with its rear silencer delete, the sound was absolutely amazing. And the Lexus handled a lot better. But it was also had complication I didn't want. I didn't want a digital windscreen. I didn't windscreen speedometer. I didn't want a steering wheel that went up every time you opened the door and sometimes wouldn't go back again.
Huge thank you to Mac1 for 5 gifted memberships. So
That's very
5 of you
kind
have
of you.
just had.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. I did actually have an Escort, P43YPD she was. And she was a loyal car and she was fantastic. But she rusted. It was rust that killed her. Her engine actually went in a boat. I don't know how
It
legal
could be
or
chugging
otherwise
around
that
in the
is.
harbour.
It could be
right
out there now.
Yeah.
Could be out there now.
Yeah.
We did run her on chip fat.
Oh, John Almond has become a basic hub nutter.
Thank you very
Hello,
much.
John. Welcome to the world of being a hub nutter. Official. Oh no.
No.
Diego. Oi, there's Diego.
Oi. Edward Newton says, if you sold the Hubnut fleet, including Shemmy, what cars would you get to replace them?
Oh, gold. I don't think I could though. To be honest.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't be parted. I don't think you could be parted from Ellie, Took, Betty.
Yeah, they're the definites I couldn't be parted
Myrtle,
from.
I think you'd struggle.
Yeah, Myrtle would be a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Giselle you could.
But could I? I was talking to Tim at Cambrian about this earlier. You know, very popular car is Giselle, and she is beautiful.
She is beautiful. I do love Giselle.
And lovely to drive.
I
when
wish
she's actually
I had
feeling
some seamstress skills to fix that interior.
Oh, Robert Brink, thank you very much.
Down.
That's very kind of you. So more gifted memberships.
Any news on the driving test? Not yet, and I'm not going to tell you when it is.
No, we'll tell you when it's happened.
Yeah, we'll tell you when it's happened. Even if
Will Howes, have
even
you
if
thought about asking National Express West Midlands if you could drive their preserved metro bus? Oh, D957NDA. I think that would be a time saver. It's still got the coach seats and the 4-speed gearbox.
Brian Jackson, I have another question.
Good
Sorry,
question.
Would you ever enter the Mongolian Rally?
No, because it's really, really tough on cars, and the basic premise of the event is cars go and they don't come back. It absolutely destroys them because you're driving on dirt roads and stuff they're not really designed for. I suppose Betty's designed for it. But the idea of fueling Betty to drive to Mongolia.
No.
So I think that's just a bit too harsh. I'm all for taking cars on adventures, but I want to bring them back home again.
Hugh Kelvin Morgan, what was your first ever car you as a kid got to have a go at, even if it was 10 foot forwards and 10 foot back?
Is that for you or me?
You.
Oh, for me, the first car I ever drove was a Land Rover Discovery prototype on my school work experience.
Peter Van
That was quite special.
Asks, how hellish would a year be without driving in? Or could it conceivably offer you some peace of mind? Seeing as you had to use the truck simulator when it was locked down and you couldn't drive.
Couldn't cope. Scooter Muppet has now gifted 10 membership. Wow. Thank you very much. That's
thank you very much.
Of new members.
Yeah, crikey.
Tonight. So, yeah, if you've not got an Apple device, do head to the community tab and you'll be able to see. And I think there's a members only tab as well. Don't work on all devices, but if you're not on Apple stuff, I think you can go and check out previous videos and posts I've made that are just for members.
Eggy1962, has Foxanne been restored by its new owner? She is in process of. She was having work done.
Yeah,
I don't
think he's planning to restore her.
No,
he just wants to get her mechanically sound. Yeah.
Fullwell One kindly offers. How about you don't sell Giselle, but instead have her adopted by your friend that lives near Heathrow?
Ooh.
That would be him.
Yeah. I mean, it's an idea.
You could lend you.
I was a bit confused. We got a few friends who live near Heathrow.
No, like he's really close. When we did the plane spotting, I remember.
Were we almost in his garden?
We were almost in his garden.
Yeah. Oh, Nigel Hancock is coming to the Hubnut Social. Excellent.
Oh, lovely. We shall see you there.
Andy H, have you thought about finding a coach operator of a Bova Futura? That would be lovely. Bit difficult though, because I haven't got a bus license. The bus has to be over 30 years old, and most Bova Futuras of that age would be well into preservation by now, I think. Johnson's Coaches near Headley and Arden used to have a big fleet of Bovas, and I did, when I was about 21, I went and drove one of their Volvo B10Ms with Plaxton Paramount body instead.
Lachlan Wilson, how come you owned an Escort if you haven't passed your driving test yet? You can own cars without having a driving license. That is possible.
Yeah.
Can you make a set of playing cards showing your fleet, please?
Ooh,
that would be cool.
Do
like historical ones as well.
Yeah, I could do top trumps with all the cars.
That would be cool.
Hubnut rating. a hopeless rating. Yeah, there's all
Yeah,
sorts we could do
yeah.
there.
But amount of time broken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Super idea.
Oh, sorry, Nigel. Nigel is cooking. We are disturbing his cooking.
Oh no.
Light bulb
Uh,
fun. Is Shemi actually part of the Hubnut fleet? Surely that our fleet's kind of universal, isn't it?
yeah.
Because Bob, I bought Bob, but Bob is ours.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Simone's asking about the Hubnut Social, but unfortunately, this first one we're doing this year has sold out. It, we're not charging for tickets; they're free tickets, but we're at capacity. So it did sell out very quickly, but that means we will be doing more um, in future. Oh, Emilio's been checking RJW autographics, and the Citroen GSA dashboard is now saying 1,000. This is a limited edition.
Ah.
Yes, it's
Now
worth a
then, there's
fortune.
a funny moment here because Moss Chops 2002 says, when will Whiteland Restorations let you test Monica if they will let anyone else near her? And then
Ooh.
just underneath, Whiteland Restorations have commented back again, unexpected. Oh, she's gone to sleep.
Oh, well
Oh.
done. Everyone be quiet. Don't wake Louisa.
uh, I was wondering, do you often or sometimes or never rewatch your older videos? Why
Yeah,
or why not?
sometimes I do because obviously so much happened, especially on things like the New Zealand trip. I can't necessarily remember every detail, so sometimes I watch them back.
Indecisive also, what's the obscurest spare part you have in your collect? Oh my goodness. I found in one of my drawers,
Hmm.
apart from the PT Cruiser the other day,
Well,
in my drawers. Why is that a
doesn't know
thing?
that.
I
In
don't know
your
how that happened.
drawers.
In my drawers, my clothing
Oh,
drawers.
clothing drawers.
Not my
Glad you clarified.
knickers.
Yeah, weird. Oh, thank you, Whiteland. We are more than welcome to test drive Monica.
Oh.
I didn't want to jump on it because obviously you're having your special moment with Monica at the moment. So I wanted you to make sure you had some fun with that car. So I'm very pleased Monica is on the road, and it would be an interesting road test.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Matt T is asking, how was a charity run in Wales? Would you consider doing a charity drive with Hubnutters if there is one close to your heart?
Yeah,
Charity run was awesome.
yeah.
Fair play to Emily and Oshan Ohine that arranged it.
Now you're
It
doing it.
was brilliant,
Mm.
really brilliant. And they hoping once they've calmed down a little bit from all the stress to
Yeah.
do another one. So yeah, so that will be exciting times. Would we do a charity drive? That would be really
Yeah,
cool.
it'd be really nice to do.
Yeah.
Like I said, the idea of having a full weekend event where we have a social one day and maybe we have a scenic
Hmm.
drive another. Yeah, I mean, it involves planning. That's the danger,
Or if
isn't
we
it?
could do like today where they had them go around the
Yeah, they had them
ring.
going around the
That
little
was
parade at the
cool.
show we're at today.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
cool.
Loads of things. And Julian Heap's talking about that I can drive a bus because I passed my test before. I think it's actually 1st of January 1997. I could be wrong. But the bus has to be over 30 years old, which is, how I've got away with driving the buses I've driven so far.
Sorry, I keep chuckling because I was
Oh,
just
bye, Griff Lane.
seeing comments like things like I watched a video from New Zealand where you milked a cow. Wasn't expected.
Yeah, it wasn't expected for me either. It was just like, do you want to go up at 5 o'clock in the morning and milk cows? And you're just like, well, I've got this far, i.e., to the other side of the world, by just going, yes, let's do that. So just embrace it all, folks.
Yeah. What is the best brand of windscreen wiper?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm kind of fitting Bosch as a default at the moment, I think.
Will you be getting a solid all-round body caravan or even a nice RV? Nope.
No, I think we'll be sticking with a folding camper.
we look.
The problem is a full-bodied caravan starts pushing the weight up, and I mean, Betty can tow. Her tow bar's rated to 1,500 kilos, but I don't really want to be towing 1,500 kilos with Betty. That would be ruinous in terms of fuel consumption.
Stipulite
I apologise for the
says.
fact the camera keeps zooming in and out.
Yeah, it's
It's
weird. It
not
doesn't
moving.
usually do that.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
Stipulite says, sorry, still can't find how to do this donation of memberships.
It should be in the description. Oh, the donation of memberships. Um, you know how to do that.
Camping Hubnut event would be super duper. I absolutely agree.
Mm.
I'm not quite sure how to do that, my love.
I'm going to hit this dollar sign down here. Aha, there you go. Yeah, if you hit the dollar sign at the bottom of the chat box, you get options for sending animated images. I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever done that. Maybe they have. I think actually Paige Greer did that earlier. That's what that kicking thing was.
Sorry, I just this. Carry on.
Okay.
You do sensible, and I'm just going to quietly laugh.
Okay. Super chats, which highlight your message. That's one way of donating. You can join as a member, or you can gift a membership. if you're already a member. So yeah, that's with a $sign at the bottom of this chat window. We really should talk about these things more often and actually work out how to do them.
Yes.
Yes.
Man Cave Hobby says, evening to you both. Just bought a Renault Kangoo 2005 with 20k on the clock.
Wow.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Thank you very much, Simone.
Thank you very much, Simone.
Yeah, T-Fun's doing nicely.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because they are all making rude comments about the milking of the cow.
Yeah, Finley's now asking about Myrtle. Lots of people asking about Myrtle.
Yeah.
She needs to come back out. So hopefully with the Peugeot going, we can do that.
Should
focus breathing. Okay. Ooh. I don't think we can lock it where we are at the moment. There's too much danger of me actually just breaking the camera or destroying the live stream. Yeah.
Should remap the Blingo. We'd love to do that.
Yeah, we need to get it running right.
Phil was talking about today, wasn't he? The owner of the Blingo camper.
No.
No, who was talking about
someone
it today?
Else. They've got a Citroen. What's the middle one? Relay.
Was it Expert. Expert. They got an Expert. That's it. Yeah. That's it.
And they've remapped that.
Oh, hello, Martin Neumann.
Oh no, Leanne's popped her back out. Ouch.
Leanne.
Yeah, Monica doesn't look like the car if you've got a hurty back. Oof.
If you need any assistance, we're only down the road.
Yeah. Oi.
Camping
Scooter Muppet's got a new Yaris. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Have you had your dinner yet? Yeah, we were light on the dinner this evening because
we ate so much at the show earlier.
Yes, yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, the catering was really good at the show today, wasn't it? Really, really good show. I think it used to be the Otto in Tavy show, and it used to be in Hentown. You're talking many years ago now, and now it's in Penrue Pal. And it was brilliant. Absolutely.
Tybee Valley Vintage Show.
So much to see there.
There will be a report, but we already haven't done a report yet on the Wheels for Wales run we went on last weekend. So I'm
Brian Russo, welcome to Hubnut.
Way behind the content. I've still got stuff in the Netherlands, but I'm already out filming more stuff. So tomorrow's video, out of sequence, is going to be Ellie going on a road trip around the Midlands and giving a hint at some future content. So that's going live 6 p.m. tomorrow, UK time.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. We've got loads of comment. We've got loads of content and loads of content to come. So
James G asking if I'd have another BX. He's got a BX19 estate. And to be honest, that's the sort of spec I'd go for. Is that a 19 petrol or diesel? I would really quite like a 1.9 fuel injected BX estate. A TZI would be spot on. I've just had a bit. I've had enough of the rattly diesels, and a smaller petrol engine just isn't enough. So a 1.6 fuel injection would be marvellous.
Mo says, evening both, loving the Hubnut weekend event idea. I'm in.
Excellent.
How about Hubfest? Oh,
Hubfest, yeah, like
my YouTube just disappeared. Disappeared. You carry on talking and I'll find it.
Okay, you're out.
We'd love to do that. Yeah. And we're really looking forward to seeing you at the social next week. No, not next week.
Oh, it's a 19 TGD.
Yes, soon.
I've had a 19 TGD myself. They are a little slow, which is hard work around here.
Kerry Hughes said, I started watching and loving Hubnut back when you bought the Union Jack Rover 416.
Oh, wow.
As I'm rather sad and have a bit of a Rover obsession, would you... Oh, we're having technical issues, folks.
Please bear with me during these difficult times.
Would you... I think it was something about having another Rover.
Would I have another R8? Yeah, I probably would. I don't think I'd go to the 1.6 Honda. What I'd love is a 220 or 420 with the M series or T series 4-cylinder. I don't want the turbo, that's too much. Just a really meaty engine, that Rover engine. Emilio's just gifted 5 memberships.
Thank you very much. John P says, we got an Ariba caravan after our Conway camper. Loved both. That's interesting.
I used to have an Ariba Puck that I towed with Ellie.
I can't believe you had a Puck.
Hated it.
I cannot believe you had a Puck.
She once had a puncture and then blew her indicator relay just to say, I'm not happy doing this. So I had to go and swap to a different car to tow the caravan. Yes, the joys of misbehaving cars. James G would like a BX19 turbo diesel. Now, that is one of the bones of contention.
Oh.
Were there actually any 19 turbo diesel BXs? Some say there were. Some say they weren't. Mostly there were 1.8 turbo diesels, 1769cc, but they still go well. It's still rated at 90 horsepower, just as the 1.9s were. But it's one of those great questions for debate. Is it a 1.9 or a 1.8?
Mark's Garage says, Ian, is your mic working? You are louder when facing Carly. Is it just because of where you've got it positioned?
Oh, it probably is. It's not really pointed at my face, is it?
Yeah. Edward Newton suggesting
let's
some
check the
more.
mics just in case. No, I think I'm coming through.
Suggesting some more Furious and Hubnut crossovers.
Okay, yeah, going for that. Yeah.
Do you think he'd let you weld his crown? No.
No.
Absolutely
no,
not.
that would be a really bad idea.
My AU Ford's Falcon SR sedan is going well. I may end up starting a YouTube channel sometime in the future.
There we go. Yeah, more AUs on YouTube. I'm all for that.
Sid,
and if you need any spares, I've weirdly got some, but they're a long way away from me.
We have practically a whole car.
Yeah, taking up a lot of space in my unit.
Sid 300, did the Camry end up in scrap heap heaven?
Not actually sure.
We don't know. We are supposed to be driving.
Sold it to someone. They moved it on, and then weirdly it was in some reclamation yard somewhere. So I'm not sure what went wrong. But hopefully someone saved it.
Oh, Man Cave Hobbies is making a micro camper. Paid £1,000 for it, put 2,000 aside to convert it.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, keep us updated on that one. All things good. Just logged in. Ian, did you love the kitten?
The kitten, after having a fox, the kitten is cozy. I'm going to say. Weirdly, the Robin, in some ways, I drove last weekend, didn't feel quite so cozy.
Paul Wild Mini. Is that bugger?
Mini Buga.
Will the twang come back, Ian?
I think he's disappointed because I believe he's from the Black Country, or certainly Birmingham.
Okay.
So he has an accent that would hint at such heritage, whereas my accent has kind of evolved.
Now you could be like the Hubnuts, because we lived in Kent for a couple of years, and the kids adapted to the North Kent accent. Yeah. You would never have known they were Welsh children.
I did go back to the Midlands, and I did feel the twang coming back a little bit, especially when I was in Wolverhampton.
I think when you were with your
because in Wolverhampton, you don't have tea time in Wolverhampton. You have tea time. So extra syllables in the Black Country. I have to make this every time. The Black Country is so named because of its industrial heritage.
Ever tested a Volvo 240? Oh, well, that's conveniently.
Yeah. No, but there is one locally.
Conveniently.
I did borrow a colleague's Volvo 240 to tow a free Diane home back when I worked on Classic Car Weekly. Didn't end up doing anything with that Diane, but he had a 240 and then he had a 245, an earlier estate. And to be honest, I felt both of them were just a bit teeter-totterish. You sit very high up and it feels like the whole thing is quite high up. So I prefer the 740, but Monica, of course, is a modified Volvo, so maybe she will win me back over to the 240ness. Or maybe we'll just steal Monica and fit headlamp wipers.
Not on those lovely headlamps.
No.
James G, which surname are you taking when you get married? We're taking his maiden name and my maiden name and amalgamating them.
That's the plan. Yep.
Robert Brink says, what did you think was the most remarkable while you were in the Netherlands? Not the hills, because we don't have them. All he's been going on about is hills since he got back here.
Yeah, it was nice to get back to Wales, I must admit. Just the hills. Oh, I love the hills.
What's your thought on the Bedford Bambi? Hubnut worthy? Yes.
Yeah, we saw one, didn't we, on Drive It Day?
Yeah, but we also saw a broken down one, didn't we?
I'm not sure I want to go on holiday in one.
I would.
Well, we do sometimes camp locally, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is Miss Daisy? Do we know? Have we had a Miss Daisy?
Not really had much of an update on Miss Daisy. I don't know if the owner's in the chat tonight.
Man Cave Hobbies, you charmer.
Daniel Sartain, would you like to drive Aging Wheels bus? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And can you see yourself with a project that size?
No.
I can't keep up with the projects I've got. A bus would be terrifying. And he's EV converting that bus as well.
Oh, is he?
But
I didn't know
he did film some wiper footage of his bus just for me. And there's a piece of his bus just here.
Yes.
I'll just get it very, very gently. I don't know what that is, but it's dead now. Yeah, look at this. Aging Wheels made me a piece of glass. I'll have to send it back and get him to change it when we get married. But that is a piece of his. Yeah. He'll just adjust it. So yeah, it was a lovely, lovely gift from Robert at Aging Wheels.
I hope you send it back and he just scratches it out.
Oh yeah.
And then just scribbles it on there.
I can't put that back in the block now.
Oh no.
It came in this lovely little wooden block.
Would you drive Laurie's fire engine?
Yeah, well, I've actually talked to Laurie about doing that. The logistics are slightly challenging because although I can drive an old bus, I can't drive an old truck. It doesn't work that way. And because it's a large goods vehicle, well, not a large goods vehicle, but it's a large heavy vehicle,
Would
I don't think I'm licensed to cover it, but we could probably find somewhere private to do it. But
would
again, Laurie is
you?
right the other side of the country to me.
Yeah. Would you be interested in testing a Volvo 740 SE automatic sedan? Let me
Oh,
know.
yes, quite possibly. Although, Whiteland Restorations have a Volvo 760, which yeah, well, when they're finished with Monica, when they're over Monica, which I'm sure will happen.
No, they
Never,
won't get
they
over
won't get over
Monica.
Monica at all.
Uh,
Maybe they'll get that on the road.
Hugh Calvin Morgan. If the BBC asked you to put a car program together for them, what would you call it? You can't say Hubnut.
Ooh,
Mm.
crunched gear. I don't know.
Crunch gear.
Yeah,
What could you call it?
maybe you need to get away from the gear idea.
What kind of things do you think? What do you think it should be called, folks? There are little
Yeah,
catchphrases we say that we don't necessarily pick up on, but you guys definitely do. Somebody made a T-shirt suggestion earlier.
Oh, 760 is on the job list next week. Ooh, exciting times, Whiteland.
Oh.
Yep.
If you made a car program about French cars, you could call it Because French.
Well, that's very true. Yeah. When is Not My Volvo appearing? Oh, not my.
Do you know we haven't? Have we not done Not My Volvo?
No, because he had a problem where the overdrive on it wasn't working, which is ridiculous for a car made in 1989. It has, it's a manual gearbox with overdrive, but it was playing up a bit. But
that's so strange that we haven't done it because we look at it. It's outside the window.
Yeah.
I like 205s. Do you? We saw a cool 205 yesterday, didn't we?
I was meant to go.
Thank you very much. All things good.
Thank you.
Very, very kind.
I was meant to go to a 205 309 collection while I was in the Netherlands, but the museum, it's in this place called the Vischer Collection, is currently being overhauled and rebuilt. So I didn't get to see the cars. So maybe next time I'll get to see. I forgot about that entirely. That's another video I've got to edit. Cheapers.
We've got reverse gear as options. We've got bodge gear.
Come on, Tuck.
Yeah. Have you ever driven a Fiat Uno Turbo?
Nope.
Oh, double D clutch.
I don't think I've ever driven a Fiat Uno, thinking about it. Sad times. Double D clutch. Oh, that's a good name. Yeah.
Should do a placemat of the fleet to put T on. Yeah, some coasters would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we could use Russ's design for that.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Find it, grind it.
Oh, by the way, lots of you asking about the wedding. We don't know when the wedding is yet.
No.
However, we did see a possible wedding vehicle today, didn't we? But not what you would think.
That will be coming in a future video.
Yeah, it is. It is in a future video, and I was just like, oh my goodness, that is it. Which car would you refuse to test or drive?
Robert
why?
Brink, I think this discussion about the Volvo 243, I think it is a 3-door version of the Volvo 240. So 244 would be a 4-door saloon, 245 is a 5-door estate. I think they did make a weird sort of coupe-ish hatchback version of the 240. I need to go to the Volvo Museum and the Saab Museum. I need to go to Sweden. Yes.
I'll come to Sweden and we can find Ace of Base.
Excellent.
Yeah, which car would you refuse to test drive or drive any, and why?
I don't think well, actually, I have refused cars. When I was in New Zealand, someone said, do you want to drive my Audi? I forget what it was. It was some sort of performance-y Audi. And I was just like, no, not really. And then he said, I've got an Isuzu Moo Wizard. And I went, yes! So I drove his Isuzu Moo Wizard and almost got it stuck on the beach.
Got to mention this one. Peter Russell. Hi, Ian. I'm looking at buying 2CV as a daily. My first car at 20, and I'm wondering if you might be able to give some advice in servicing and regular maintenance. First thing, awesome. Great classic, great stuff.
Yeah. Get yourself a grease gun. You will need it. Greasing needs to happen every 1,000 miles, and you should be doing oil changes. Well, they say every 3,000, but with modern oils, you'll probably push that to 5,000 miles. But you join the club. You will find people who know their way around 2CVs, and hopefully they can help you learn how to look after it. But yeah, I've had 2CV since I was 18, and being a younger adult with a 2CV was amazing. Oh, Stuart
Thank you very much. Oh, some all things good. I only applied for one ticket. Can I add on? Is the ticket for a car or is it for a person?
For the social.
Yes.
The social is per car.
Okay, so you can have more than one person, but one car, if that makes sense. Yeah. So suggestions.
The Volvo Museum is closing.
Oh no.
Oh no. I apparently need to arrange to get there sooner then.
By the way, call it I've lost my tools, dear, Or where's that spanner?
Yeah, that's good. Someone's got a Mark II Renault Laguna diesel. Ooh. Yeah, too many cars. James G knows the feeling. Yeah. We do try to get down to the South Coast fairly frequently, don't we?
Yeah.
So that might be possible.
No,
Lightbulb Fun says, so what happens if someone shows up to the Hubnut Social in a double decker full of people? I think the venue would go absolutely nuts. I'd love it, but yeah.
Now we have had a bus. We had the Leyland Super National,
the
didn't
Super
we?
National was
Super
a
National,
motorist
and
session
Johnny was going to
last year.
bring his truck as well.
Yeah, but that sadly fell
So
through
what we
due to other commitments.
If you want to bring something massive, like a huge RV, or you want to bring a bus, a truck, etc., please let us know, because then we can let the venue know. Otherwise, they might have a small.
Yeah. We did check the venue would be happy with
out.
a bus before a bus turned up. Graham W says, then the chat, get packing and go to Sweden. We could. We haven't got a passport for the dog, though, have we?
No. Yeah. That's awkward.
Just lose the dog.
We're not going to lose the dog.
No. Okay.
No, he's been bought treats by Pip. You can't lose him. You can't lose him.
Oh, someone's got a Chrysler Alpine S. Oh, yes. Road test offers to ian@hubnut.org, and we'll see what we can do. I apologise. Some people have emailed me like 2 years ago, and I still haven't driven their car. It just very often boils down to geography. I have now organised it into regions at least, and if I'm in an area, I will do it. But I haven't been up north in England and Scotland for a very long time. So and quite often I'm on the road doing other stuff, and there just isn't time to get out and do other road tests. But please do drop me a line.
TV show name: Triangle of Doom to my angle on Vrooms.
Yeah. I'm not sure the TV people would let me have a show called Triangle of Doom.
Oh God, tinkering program name. It's here. Brackets somewhere. Yeah. That gets said a lot. A lot. What motoring journalist inspired you? And it will always be Jeremy.
Jeremy Clarkson I find a very difficult character because I disagree with so much of what he does and what he says. The whole bashing on British Leyland stuff was just horrendous, and the whole Reliant bashing as well. Not good. There's no need to be that negative because it makes other people be negative towards those brands. But I have to say he's a wonderful writer. I can't remember what car it is where he's describing the lack of luggage space and said there wasn't enough room for a mouse's pants. And it's still one of my favourite lines that has ever been written. So he was an inspiration. Other Top Gear presenters of old Top Gear, Chris Goffey, William Woolard, of course. And
they massively inspire you, don't they?
I mean, I was reading practical classics from a very young age, back in the 1980s. So there's a lot of people who've inspired me over the years.
Show should be called Pachu.
Yeah, should be Pachu.
Despite the utterly busy schedule, what vehicle would you drop everything to drive if it was offered to you for a Hubnut?
Gosh.
Macharancho.
Yeah, Macharancho that's got to happen. Yeah, I really do need to drive a Macharancho very urgently. Lots of people talking about Quentin Wilson. Yeah. Again, I watched Quentin Wilson on the Top Gear. Yeah, I didn't read so much of Quentin Wilson's work, whereas I've got quite a few Clarkson books.
Have you ever driven a Rover P4?
Yes, a long time ago, but I have. Last one I drove was a 60, and it was miserable.
Be interesting to see a SsangYong driven on one of your videos. Not much done about them online.
Yeah.
SsangYong, the Rodius.
Yeah.
I love the Rodius. Ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah. There's a lot of SsangYongs I actually quite like. The show should be called Faff.
Yes, that is it. That is it. Spot on.
Is the Rover 2-litre engine any good? That depends which 2-litre you're on about. Did the 60 have the 2-litre? There was the 60 and the 80. Yeah, I think the 60 had the 2-litre Rover engine, which just isn't enough for moving that much car. The 80 had the same 2.2 and quarter engine as in the Land Rover. Well, they're both the same engines used in Land Rovers, but that's the later one, isn't it?
Yeah. Edward Newton thinks it should be the Ian Seabrook show. Tristan Hudson says, can we have a look at your YouTube play button?
Oh, yeah, I suppose you could. Have you seen this here?
Did you know I have one of these?
Didn't know I have one of these. There we go.
Russ says,
any sort of focus at all?
When you get to a break in the TV show, we'll get back to that.
Yeah, there you go. That's the play button. Very happy to have that.
Yes.
I'm not going to put it back now because I'll make a
No, it's
complete
going to
mess.
sit there for now.
Put it there next to me.
Oh no. Joe Bradley says we're currently waiting a tow truck with a 4-year-old and many more hours to wait. Great timing for a live stream to keep us entertained. I hope you're all right and somewhere safe, folks.
Yeah.
Not pleasant
Not
having
ideal.
to wait for
Are you with the RAC by any chance? Because they are hopeless at the moment. I've got so many friends who've been left stranded, including Mick with the Skoda Estelle, the surprising Skoda with Rover K series engine. He was kind of abandoned overnight.
Yeah.
In his Skoda
Oh,
Estelle.
and still waiting.
Yeah.
Not now.
And ended up getting recovered by his employer, I think it was.
Do you know what? Sometimes I think in life you should take hints. And this is for me. So my dad had a Carlton that we borrowed, and the head gasket was a bit iffy on it, and it went on the motorway near Bridgend.
Oh dear.
And this was because we'd had to go actually to Newport to get my daughter's passport. And then the car broke down. You're like, maybe we should take a hint that something's not quite right here in the world. And yeah, I remember being stood at the side of the road in the dark with my 10-month-old. Oh, it was horrendous. But thankfully we were picked up pretty quick. Not like it is now.
Incidentally, talking about breakdown cover, if you're with Auto Aid, check your renewal carefully, because it turns out if you've got a car over 10 years old, they're now going to charge you £25 per breakdown on top of your membership fee for recovery. So I'm afraid I've stopped using Auto Aid because my renewal came through just this week. It was Katie Wrenching Wench who alerted me to this. She thankfully spotted the small print. So I'm now with Gem Motoring Assist. So
we'll see how that.
I hope not to have to test their services, but if I do,
we'll let you know
about it. Yeah.
James G says, I'm actually in Liverpool, but was in Brighton over the bank holiday weekend. I bet that was lovely. My Laguna was a working car, but now isn't due to change of career. Very much my equivalent of your Ellie can't sell.
Oh.
You don't see so many Lagunas nowadays, anyway.
No, they kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Fairly swiftly. Yeah.
Wrench and Wench waited ages to get recovered from first social.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
She did. Which is why she changed to Auto Aid on my recommendation, and now Auto Aid have kind of stuffed anyone with an older car. And be careful as well, because I noticed Green Flag, their personal cover, which is covering you rather than the cars, doesn't cover you on anything over 16 years old.
69 Phuket says, come on, Mrs. Hubnut, pass the bleeding test. Pull thy finger out. I'm trying my best.
AA are the best. I can't agree. But that's mostly because the AA absolutely trashed one of my cars a few years ago.
Also,
thankfully I did get a payout on it.
I had an AA issue as well. Any of his Hubnut content in the pipeline? Okay, possibly, exclusively, Wednesday. If we say it, we're going to do it now.
Yeah.
Wednesday we're going to film a Miss Hubnut video.
Yeah, won't tell you where. You will
but
find
it will
out
be
where.
out soon after Wednesday.
Yeah. Ohio Pete, can I blame you for the fact I just purchased an R107? Sorry, I am an influencer. Ohio
you
Pete,
vain creature.
Presumably, is that a 560 or is it the 450? I think those are the engine options if you're stateside.
Oh, that's nice, Lord Bungle. Yeah. Whereabouts are you broken down? I wonder if there's a Hubnutter near who could bring you a drink.
Oh, that's lovely. Aww. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Call on the Hubnutter network. Can we find someone who could bring you a drink or maybe even take you to a service station? Ohio Pete, it is a 560. So the biggest engine, but not the biggest amount of power.
Sid 3300 says, my Ellie car is my grand move. Daihatsus get you.
Yeah.
They get you, and then you can't let them go.
Phil Harrison, impossible question. Is my TVR Chimera the only one with Hubnut and Furious driving stickers? Good
be
question.
Interesting to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is, now interesting, the last post, what is the latest reg car that you consider Hubnut worthy?
That's difficult, because when did the Suzuki Kizashi stop being sold here? Because that's a very Hubnut car and it's quite modern.
Do you think there are really moderns? You did the Ami.
Yeah.
I think there could be things modern that...
Yeah, there could be modern things.
I mean, we did the Jeep, didn't we, the other day? That was on a... What plate was that on?
Oh, I can't remember. Jeep Patriot. There's another road test that's sitting in the...
it was on the 10 plate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. Mr. BWA1, my cousin says, Ireland in 2 weeks, Miss Hubnut will be waving across the water at you two. Yep, absolutely, we'll be waving back and hope you have an absolutely wonderful
time. It looks like I'm now hugging my play button.
So you've just gone...
The laptop mouse is there.
You've just gone, I would influence it, don't you know? And now you're hugging your play button. Oh, Ian, this is not good.
Not good at all.
Nitro Rory, collaboration with Chris Pollitt. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
it probably needs to happen again. I did a video with him quite a few years ago now. It must have been back in 2018. He had a gorgeous green Proton. I had the Skoda Favourite, and I did go and visit him. So yeah, we'll probably do some more. In fact, we were discussing this on Twitter just the other day. The clashing of beards. It got a bit weird.
Yeah, it got a bit weird. Maybe don't look up that Twitter conversation.
Don't look that up.
I saw something about how has Hubnut never tested a TVR.
Yeah, it's a decent question, especially knowing Kitch, who kind of specialises in looking after them, and at Southways Automotive, your old up and down vids. He seems to be presenting himself more as a Citra man these days, but he also does a lot of TVR stuff.
Kev Cracknell says, I'll be in Porthmadog in June on holiday. Can you recommend anywhere to go to eat, etc.?
Ooh, a bit far north, isn't it?
Yeah, Porthmadog. We were in not Porthmadog, Pwllheli. Porthmadog is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. That whole area is just beautiful. The coastline is gorgeous. What did we eat? We were on a Haven Park when we were up there. Havana Moor.
With Rita the Rover.
Yeah, and we didn't really do very much. So
we
didn't explore very much. However, there is something monumentous in Porthmadog, or actually it's not there anymore. Bella's dealership.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bella's from Porthmadog. Carly, is Ian ever a diva off camera? Go and spill the beans.
No. Whereas this one on the other hand.
Oh, I am so easygoing. It's untrue.
Oh yeah.
You are drama.
Never.
Yes.
Peter Russell, have you driven a Willys Jeep? If not, will you consider it? I have at the National Motor Museum when I was there last September. So that is something you can find on the channel in the road tests.
Mrs. Angela Newton says hiya. Hiya, Mrs. Angela Newton.
Yeah.
What? Phil, you've left Twitter?
Oh. Sad times.
Oh, well, I'm on Instagram as well.
Yeah, I'm not on Instagram. You may be able to find me on there, but the account is not very
active. Furkan Kavsur says, thoughts on the Mark 1 Toyota Prius?
I don't really have any. I would like to drive one and make some opinions. I think the Mark 1 that was a very early hybrid. And having driven the Honda Insight, I think those early hybrids are a little bit flawed. I want a bit more electric and a bit less engine myself.
Hooked on Classics. Is the City Rover a Hubnut car? I remember you weren't impressed. Definitely Hubnut car.
Yeah,
definitely.
There were issues with that car, mostly around parts, to be honest. But I did actually like that car, and that car was very, very important to our early relationship.
It was. Issues with parts. Yeah, guess what, guys? We still have City Rover parts.
Yeah, all the parts I didn't need.
When we were at Festival of the Unexceptional, I saw a City Rover owner, and I was like, "Oh, do you need a door card for this?"
Would you run a cheap old Nissan Leaf? They're not cheap, is the problem. The very first car that ever appeared on this channel, that Nissan Leaf, back in 2013, it's still got a retail value of around $5 or $6 grand.
I think that is a where did you meet the future Mrs. Hubnut?
Where did you need is a bit getting us. Yeah, you can't go there.
In a lay-by.
Yeah. In a lay-by. Actually, in a lay-by.
Okay, we
she
should
flagged
probably...
me down. I was just looking for an ice cream.
No. We should probably explain this one now.
And I was like, what?
No, that's not what happened. Actually, we met via Twitter. Yeah, we met via Twitter.
Due to the Little Princess Trust.
Yeah, because you had your hair cut off and your daughter had her cut off.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, that's a lovely thing to do. And then somebody slipped into my DMs. So then we had a quick meet before you went off to Croatia.
Yeah.
And the rest, as they say, is history. Oh, that's an interesting one. Scooter Muppet.
We met, what was it, 2 days before I went off to Croatia?
And then Ellie's
it's just like, I have to meet you. I don't want an online relationship. I have to meet you before I go to Croatia. So we did just have a quick 10-minute chat.
And then you went to New Zealand and we had an online relationship for 5 months.
Yeah.
This is an interesting question. Ian, is there an official definition for a Hubnut car? Don't think you've ever stated it.
I don't think there is. I mean, obviously, stuff that's unloved elsewhere, I'm all over, generally. There's some unloved cars I don't like, PT Cruisers. But generally, I like to shine a light on the unloved. But there's no firm definition, just as there's no real firm definition of what's a classic. It depends on who you speak to. Do I like it is kind of what makes it Hubnut, I guess. And I have very, very different tastes. You're going to get road tests coming up on some very, very different vehicles, including a very special Jaguar, which you'll find out more about in
Mm.
tomorrow's video.
Um,
Oh, patrons, because I do nothing for my patrons at all. I'm awful. But I get lots of support on Patreon, and I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. But they got a little insight into what it is I drove.
that,
Is Carly unloved?
what?
Well, you were when I met you, I guess. Oh.
All by myself. Many Shonky Motor says, hi both, are you visiting Coventry Motor Fest this year?
Sadly not, no, because it clashes with this Pembrokeshire Classic Car meet, which we are going to be at
Ah, yes.
Carew
Mm-hmm.
Airfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the 3rd of June. We've got
Chrysler.
something going on the 4th as well, I think. Oh, yeah. 4th and 5th, more different content again. Me and Tim are going on a track day in his MGB.
Mm.
So I haven't fully worked out how we're going to film that yet. We will attempt to, but that'll be a different experience.
Chrysler Crossfire, yay or nay?
Probably yay.
Carina
It's
or
the Hubnut Mercedes-Benz SLK, isn't it?
Bluebird, which one is dull? I like the Crossfire. Which one is duller? Carina or Bluebird?
Which one is duller?
Mm.
I mean, that's a bit of a battle, isn't it? They're both pretty dull. I like them, but they are dull. You cannot get away from the fact they're dull. I had a Bluebird at the same time as I owned a BX, and the BX was a joy to drive. The Bluebird just got you where you wanted to go and broke less.
San2Go is a bit baffled. Says, well, that is weird. I somehow got gifted a membership without even having joined the stream.
Wow.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hubnut membership.
We don't decide who gets these. The people donating or gifting the memberships don't decide. It's all done on YouTube. It works out who's interacted most with the channel.
How's the City Rover? We don't know. We did have updates early days, didn't we?
Yeah, no, I don't think it ever came back to the road, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Would you ever like to drive a super sports car? No, not really. If it's got performance you can't exploit on the road.
Oh, incoming.
I'm not really up for it.
Man Cave Hobbies. I was gutted for Matt about his Crown Vic. Oh my goodness, I think everybody was.
Yeah, yeah.
What does Ian think about it? Has Ian spoke to Matt about it?
I mean, it's just such a sad story, that Crown Vic, isn't it? But I mean, it's good content. Good content, Matt. Think of the positives. But
chaos is content.
Yeah, chaos is content.
Oh yeah, that was just and it just got worse. The more he poked it, the worse it got, and you're like, that can't be. Oh no, wait, there goes the whole panel.
Oh, Rob Brady asking if I've ever driven a Talbot Sunbeam Lotus. No, I haven't. Would like to, but similarly, I'd also like to drive a bog standard Sunbeam, Talbot Sunbeam. I think I'd like to drive one of those more because there are fewer of them about.
What cars from the 90s are set to be classics?
Oh gosh, so many. It's hard to think of just one really. Peugeot 406 coupes, they're going to develop quite the following, I think. I think the 90s Saabs will come into their own at some point. Yeah, the list is endless. There's so much
I
stuff.
think as they become rarer, I think there's going to be more and more, aren't there?
Mm.
I saw Thomas Walster, the C5 from the Sywell event, is going on its adventures this Friday.
Ooh.
That is a C5. I think Steph got it on her video. Correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas. I flipping missed it, which I was gutted about. But it's had amazing adventures already, and it's off again. Super cool car.
Oh, Sid 3300, he wants to drive an untouched MX-5. Yes, a Mark 1 MX-5 that hasn't been touched is a joyous thing. And yeah, I like those cars a great deal. I was talking about those earlier today, actually. They're just great cars. You can breathe on them slightly and make them better. I drove one once that was on throttle bodies, and that went very nicely, made a lovely noise. But a Mark 1 MX-5 has just enough performance for the road. And you might find them actually a bit limiting on a track because they're not very quick, but they handle so nicely that I think they're a great road car.
Oh, excuse me, my back's a bit uncomfortable.
Oh dear.
Up
GTI, I have been offered up GTI. I haven't managed to drive one yet.
Thomas Walster says that they're doing so that when they take the C5 on adventures, it's for charity, and they're doing it for breast cancer now. So if you want to pop a little link or something, then we can put that on socials and let people know, because that's fantastic. Well done, you.
Any other YouTubers' cars that give you green eyes? Well, I would have said Clement.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Kitsch's rather beautiful Citroen DS, but by heck. You talk of Matt having to do some welding. Kitsch has got his work cut out with that one, but he's slowly progressing, and I'm very happy for that. It's a beautiful, beautiful car.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Um, and Mighty Car Mods, most of their fleet.
Most of Mighty Car Mod's fleet. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep. Whoa, that's cool. I had the oldest light bulb in my collection, an 1893 Sunbeam high power 700-watt carbon filament lamp. Whoa.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
For that to survive.
Yeah. I feel pressure having it.
It seems you've got trouble choosing between Carly and the YouTube play button, Ian, sitting in between both.
Yeah, it just looks ridiculous, doesn't it? Shall I put that somewhere else? We don't need it there. I don't need to
Aidan
permanently
Skinner
display
says,
it.
hey, do you want to buy a Reliant kitten? Getting rid of mine.
I don't, but thank you for the kind offer. Does anyone want a kitten?
Anybody want a kitten?
Anyone want a kitten?
Very nice cars.
Yeah.
Very nice cars.
Drive more Roots cars, says Andrew Barnes. I would love to. I would love to. We saw some lovely Roots cars today, so that'll be coming in the Tywee Valley show report.
Quite the selection today, and it was lovely because there weren't many we've actually seen today. And it was just an awesome show, wasn't it? There was
some cars we've seen before because of the nature of the beast.
But not many like we would. No, not many. Yeah. Not many. Next car to sell.
Guessing GSA. Well, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Because as soon as I get that car back on the road and drive it, I'll be like, oh, I'm in love again. So
and she's a big channel favourite as well. So
Mark Fewlist, 106, deposit received, hasn't gone yet, but hopefully soon. Oh gosh, Nigel Rudd's got to get up at 3:15 for work.
Crikey.
Unlucky.
Well, have a nice sleep.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nigel. It's been great to have you in the chat. Thank you very much.
From sunny Ilfracombe.
Yeah.
Currently driving a Mini Cooper 2005 with a sporty exhaust at nearly 120k.
Wow.
And a massive hole covered with duct tape. Love the handling.
Yeah, they're good cars, those early Mini. Modern Minis. I'm not a huge fan on what came afterwards, but yeah, the first generation, the R50s, quite like them.
Saw a sexy Wartburg on the road on Saturday. Looked amazing.
What colour was it? Let me know, because I'm trying to work out if it's
There's
one I know.
down South Wales, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a few about all over the place.
Have you driven a Daimler DS420? That's from Malibu Grove?
No. Weirdly, I don't know why I did this. I did a photo shoot on XK powered cars for Classic Jaguar magazine when I was editing it, and we took, I think it was the last one built out of the Jaguar Daimler Heritage Trust, and I got chauffeured around in it all day instead. So I just sat in the back, pretending I was the Queen Mother.
The C5 is going to the Citroen Car Club National Rally in July.
Okay.
Asking if we're going. We don't know.
I have a horrible feeling it clashes with something. We're on holiday in July. There's lots of events in July, so.
But we shall see.
Possibly not.
Are you at Classic Show this year? Is that the Classic Car Show?
The NEC Classic, yeah, I think we should be there. Yeah.
Ladies and gents, for all of you asking about Foxanne's Follies, I've just joined the chat.
Oh, there we go. Now you can have Foxanne Follies. Yeah.
Foxanne has been spotted. I've seen her on the Hubnut fans page. She has been spotted. Peter Russell, I've seen you ask this question a couple of times. I caught you now. Out of all the fleet, what is your favourite car and why?
I mean, it probably has to be Ellie, really, doesn't it? Because she's the one I've had for 23 years now, which is going some. So I think she has to be number one. And it was good to have her out last week for a run. And like I say, 6 p.m. tomorrow, you'll be able to see what I got up to last week.
Scooter Muppet says, I'd consider a Hubnut car also to be any car that was everywhere years ago, but now you don't see as they've mostly all rusted away. And we get them and we try and fight the rust.
Yeah. Oh, Adrian M has just joined. Hi, Adrian. Over in Australia.
Hello.
He's sent bits of trim we've actually managed to fit to the car. And the wheel, which I still haven't managed to fit to the car.
We may need to pick your brain about Betty again, Adrian.
Foxanne's got her shocks back on now. Excellent. The front ones, which were only fitted in February, have had to be rebuilt already. But I'm glad she's on her way. Aidan Skinner says I never should have sold Foxanne, but sometimes the car just isn't right for you. And I had a great adventure putting that car back on the road, but it was not a car for me.
That Nino absolutely loves Foxanne, and it's a brilliant home for Foxanne. So that's lovely to see. Peter Van Heck says, typical Hubnut car, halfway between road, other buyers, and or dismantlers.
Yeah. Very, very true.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Hanzilla is encouraging people to hit the like. That's much more polite than smash the like. I'm not a fan of smashing likes. But if you would like to press the like button,
gently, demurely, tap. But
you don't have to, because we're not going to force you to.
However, it would be lovely because it does help with visibility and algorithms. Blah, blah,
this has worked really well. We've now lost 5 viewers That's what we get
Mend
for
it, man.
mentioning that.
Are you doing a totally getaway from Hubnut holiday this year? Yes, we are. We're going to do a week. We're off to Mallorca again because the Hubnuts were most upset that we didn't take them last year. So we are taking them because also they're 16 and 14. This is one of the last opportunities for us to have a family holiday. So we're going to do that, and we're going to drink lots
David
of
Brown
coffees.
just stroked the like.
Stroked
and
it.
the like numbers have gone up. So thank you very much for stroking that like.
You can touch the like however you like.
Yeah. There's another question I wanted to pick up on.
Are you going
I've
to the
lost it.
car show again?
No firm plans. Would like to. I love microcars.
Which three-wheeler would Carly like to drive? That's not took. Is the midget 3 wheels?
Nope.
No, it's 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so dinky. Oh, 3 wheels. I don't know. That Morgan was lovely today.
Oh yeah. So in
1920.
Well, you said it was 1928. I looked online. It said 29. That was when it was first registered. It must have been built in 28. So yeah, that was very nice.
GSA's in my head were either blue or white. Yeah,
No,
I
there were
could
a
see
range
that.
of colours.
Yeah.
There were different colours. Peter Russell has seen a 2CV with a boot extension. They're optional. There are different types. Back in the 50s, there were bumpy boots.
Hello, Mighty Cat Mods.
On the back, and you can fit one which makes the boot lid horizontal. Very popular with those who go to the international 2CV
said to drop him a message because he has a theory on Betty.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Basic Hubnut at Edward, Denmark.
Yeah, hello.
I saw something. Oh gosh, Matt's Crown Vic is just horrific. I think it's really shaken everybody. Did you ever consider an Espas as family transport? Actually saw one that was the one that's got all the designs all over it. Grand Espas.
Oh yeah, that was a Mark IV.
Yeah,
I'm not so keen on the steel era though, because
like them.
they killed Matra.
But at £500, I was like,
Mark Fieldless is also asking about a Furious driving Crown Vic. We discussed that earlier. Not a pleasant situation for Matt, but good content.
Am I ready for my practical test? Not yet.
Ian Till says, "Are you headed to Bromley pageant?" Sadly not, but my friends Evan and Patrick from the Netherlands are coming over. I don't know what car they're bringing. I didn't really have time to talk to them when I was at Elkmerkwaardig. But yeah, they are coming over for Bromley pageant. So keep an eye out for any Dutch registered cars.
James G. Hubnut car, beige. All of the beige. Ruched interior optional.
Yeah.
Betty did indeed get us home safe, which is lovely.
Yeah. We are here. She did get us here.
I feel like Gisella's going to go the same way as Boxan because of how fussy she is. I'm never going to say never because you always do the opposite of what I say.
It's a complete love-hate relationship with yourself.
The like button has been fondled.
Oh, it's been fondled now. It's been fondled to over 200 likes.
Crikey.
Yeah, caressed, fondled. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Try a Piaggio Ape. He'd love to. There is actually one. It is an Ape in Primark in Birmingham, isn't it? That I left you staring at.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Like an Ape.
Oh, Adrian M has a Bluebird update. Cup holder and rear wiper working well.
Excellent.
Superb.
Good to know.
But no rear screen wash. Oh no. Have to do something about that.
Squeezy bottle. Get the job done. Yeah.
I've gently caressed the like. Lovely. Thomas Walster, how do you want the link to our just giving? Are you on Twitter?
If you are,
or that's drop you an email.
Yeah, Ian at hubnut.org.
That works as well. Drop Ian an email would probably be the simplest. Then we pop it on Twitter and whatnot for everybody.
Hanzilla, can we see somewhere on your website or socials where you will be? That's
a very good idea.
Yeah, I've probably got a very out-of-date page at hubnut.org. But yeah, I need to work on the new one for 2023.
Peter Van Heck has licked the like. Interesting.
Steady now.
Andy H has really been enjoying the Netherlands videos, making me think I'd like to go to the show once one of my broken old cars is finally working.
Yeah, I'm hoping Elkmerkwaardig
Messenger.
Next year.
Yeah, sorry Thomas. Facebook Messenger. Either of us. I'm Miss Hubnut. Ian's Hubnut. Either would be great.
But I'm hoping for more Brits and their weird unloved cars at Elkmerkwaardig next year.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Convoy. Are you planning anything down south this year? I'm near Bewley.
Hoping to be at Bewley's main auto jumble in September because I was meant to be at their spring auto jumble, but then realised that clashed with me being in the Netherlands. Planning. So let's hope we actually make it.
Planning.
Yeah, I don't do it. That'd be good.
Hubnut car, a car that's a disaster driving wise, quality wise, and commercially, or a car that's a minimum of 12 years old with very short shelf life, no extras, and good wipers.
Mm.
Oh,
Wipers are
Scooter
important.
Muppet has said if you need help, website help, the day job is a web developer, let me know. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
The main problem is not putting information on the website. That is the big failing.
How
Yeah.
rare are Reliant kittens now?
I don't know how many are left. There's quite a few. They're not super rare, but they're not super common, and they never sold in as strong numbers as the robin. And even Mark One robins have got a bit rare now.
Um, Indecisive Auto says, without wishing to imply you have extensive bodge experience,
How
have
dare
you
you?
ever had any joy with steering stop leak products? The V70 steering rack has sprung a leak.
No, no. I think I was tempted to try them on my Mazda 323F, but in the end, I just cut the power steering cooler off and replaced it with a bit of hose. Bodged, and it worked.
uh,
Successfully did a track day at Silverstone like that.
Mighty Cat Mods have disdainfully sniffed the like button,
Hmm.
and Turbo Tim's World is wiping the like. After
Oh
all the
dear.
disdainful sniffs and whatnot, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
James G learnt how to spell Bewley correctly. Yeah, I don't think it's how
Yes.
the French would pronounce it, but
No.
Bewley is how we seem to say it over here.
What was the most difficult car you've ever driven?
Most difficult? The Panhard was quite difficult because it kept breaking down. That made life quite challenging. Um, oh, I'm just trying to have a think now. I have driven a Ford Model T. They are a world of nightmarish pain. I was concentrating so hard I didn't even make a video on it. I would still like to do a Model T video. That would be a good one to do.
Indecisive Cat has sniffed the button.
Nice.
The like button.
Yeah.
Andy Day says, I have a 1979 MG BGT in bright yellow. Cool or not cool?
Let's say cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is one of your cars ever going to have a man's name?
Um. Well, we've got Bob the camper,
Mm.
but yeah, my cars are all female for reasons I don't fully understand.
Opinions on ULEZ and classic cars being bought to avoid the charges?
Um. I mean, it's a weird one, isn't it? You can't drive that car, but that older one that makes
I
more
bet he can go
pollution
there.
is fine. And Betty's
Yeah.
ULEZ, yeah, it's weird.
89 Thunder Chunky like was nervously tapped.
Hmm.
Julian Heap has clicked the like button.
Yeah.
And there are 204 kittens left.
Oh, there we go.
I know you've been a passenger in an AC Petite, but did you get a chance to drive it?
No. That was way back in about 2008. So yeah, sadly not. Adrian
Was
Betty probably is still poorly because we've done nothing to fix the problem. But we are. She did get us home.
was the traction Avant not pretty fun to drive?
Yeah, it was lovely.
It was lovely.
Not very difficult.
Mm.
Quite straightforward, really. Just had to be a
The
bit careful with the
convertible
gearbox.
Austin 7 looked rather awkward to drive.
Oh yeah, that was terrifying.
Mm.
Yeah, um, that was definitely an adventure.
Martin Neumann has clicked the like button.
Oh, thank you very much.
Tom O'Reilly, I looked lovingly at the like button and it gave me the thumbs up.
Mm.
Do
Sid asks what it was like being driven in the back of Betty. It made me realise how noisy the rear axle is. It's a
Yeah,
lot noisier in the back, but it was really nice.
yeah.
Until my host Art started exploring the limits of the handling, then it wasn't very nice. Betty's not a handling car.
Malibu Grove says, do you like the Mark 1 Skoda Yeti? My sister bought one to convert into a micro camper, even though I suggested a Berlingo.
No, Yetis are terrible, and the people who own them are terrible too. Absolute lies.
I think that
We
might have been aimed at Whiteland.
might, but
Harsh.
gently.
Do you know, I saw a Yeti today, and I just thought, has that got that bit of trim?
Yeah, they still have a missing bit of trim on their Yeti.
Oh, my dad was cool.
I really wanted to do Berlingo versus Yeti, but their Yeti has lost a bit of cosmetic trim, so isn't looking its best. And Bella, the Berlingo, just broke. So it's going well, that one.
James G says, my dad was called Bob, so I approve of his name.
Oh, there we go.
Excellent. Peter Van Heck ever so slightly breathed on the like button.
Okay. Just gently does it. You don't want to be too harsh with
too
these
excitable. No. Oh, God. I'm a Bob too. Had a moment when they were erecting Bob in 60 seconds.
Mm.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I had a comment the other day from someone saying, oh, I'm not going to get a camper because it looks like a right faff to put up because they watched the first video. But it's a cinch.
So easy.
Yeah.
So
We just didn't know it back then.
I know we jest about the 60-second erection, but literally you can be in Bob having a cup of tea in 10 minutes with all the setup, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
The
Lovely.
actual getting Bob up is 60 seconds.
Mm.
Um, oh,
Oh, Simone, that's very bad. She gave the like button GBH.
oh,
You'll
crikey.
get in trouble for that.
uh, what have we got? Which car in the Hubnut fleet would you take out for a Sunday drive just because it's fun despite its faults?
Well,
Ellie.
all of them, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would take any of them out because I like driving all of them.
Any baby plans? No,
No.
absolutely not. No, no, no. You know, freedom, it's like this close, this
Yeah,
close.
yeah. We don't want to sabotage it now.
No, and joking aside, our time with Hublets is very precious. We haven't got much left, to be honest, because they're
Hmm.
growing up fast. But this doesn't make us want another one.
No.
Have you considered a wind-up camper?
Is that one of those that kind
Mm.
of has the more solid walls?
Mm.
Are they wind up? I
Does the
don't know.
TARDIS? No, TARDIS has got to be pull up,
Mm.
hasn't it?
Nick Lang, which car would win a sprint race, the 2CV or the Invercar? Oh, Ellie would pee all over poor little Tuck. I think actually Tuck would probably get off the line quickest, but well, if her belt actually grips. But Ellie's got the grunt to just ease into a lead.
We're not going to call a camper that.
I'm obviously not got that comment in front of me at the moment.
Bob with an N.
Bobbin.
No, take the first B.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm not going to do that. No. Where are we?
Which Hubnut fleet car is not a fan of hot weather? Hmm.
I don't think any of it. I mean,
Oh,
Giselle
okay.
is the wrong colour for hot weather because she's
Oh
black,
God, it gets hot
and
in
if you
there.
park her up,
Oof.
she just turns into an absolute
Yeah,
oven.
yeah.
It's terrifying, but they're all happy to drive in the heat. Ellie's probably experienced the most heat of any car on the fleet, not knowing when Betty left Australia. Well, it was in November, so oh, that would be quite hot in Australia, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Stephen S. Paul says, hello from behind the wheel of a 66 Galaxy Coupe while cruising through the
Ooh,
New Mexico. That's really cool. Mexico
that
desert.
is very cool. But
Yes.
behind the wheel, drive safe.
Davey W says, will I be seeing you at Silverstone this year for the Classic Car Show?
Probably not. I would like to get to the Silverstone Classic again. It's a marvellous show.
Hugh Calvin Morgan says, have you tried glamping? Now, Minnie Hubnut says that Bob is glamping.
Yeah.
And we
He
have...
considers Bob OTT.
Yeah, he does.
Super luxurious.
We have upped our game. So we used Bob as a cinema the other day,
Mm.
which was really cool. Yeah, we haven't done the whole hot tub glampy jobby.
Peter Van Heck, didn't Ellie get coil problems in the heat? She cooked her coil in Luton once, but no. She was quite happy driving in like 30-degree plus heat in mid France on the way to Croatia. I wasn't very happy. I was absolutely melting. The heat coming in through the window, because I got the roof back and the windows open. It was like opening the door of an oven. It was absolutely horrendous, but Ellie just kept on going.
Mark Stott says, I love SMs. Do you know anyone who has one?
No, I don't think we do. Do we?
No. Andy H1302 says, Took versus Ellie has to happen on the strip at Santa Pod.
Okay.
Oh, Mike Cleesby has prodded the like button. Ooh.
I mean, it's probably unnecessary to go all the way to Santa Pod to test those two. Probably just do it in a field somewhere.
What's the worst you hurt yourself working on a car?
Oh. I've put my back out before and sort of almost put myself out of action for a week. But that was just moving my trolley jack and bending over incorrectly. That was quite unpleasant. And I've sliced hands open variously at various times. Thankfully, I've not injured myself too badly.
Turbo Tim's World says, I booked holiday to Wales in 2 weeks' time. Will you give me a wave? We will indeed. Where are you going to?
Oh, in 2 weeks' time. Sorry, I was too early.
Premature with
Yeah,
that. Premature
no good.
with that. Oh, lush. Michael Callahan says, just had French onion soup with cheese bread.
Sorry, I'm
Lush.
just running out of power in my laptop. I'm going to steal it from my
Hello
phone.
from Portugal. And Anthony Stafford says, may I recommend the Kirby Stephen Rally? Very Hubnutish.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for that one.
A wind-up camper has a handle to wind it up, has canvas sides like Bob, but no poles to erect it. An example is the Conway TARDIS. Yeah, I did wonder about the TARDIS, because the TARDIS has got the canvas sides and front and back, hasn't it? And then the hard top. So that's a wind-up one.
Nice.
That's
I like that concept.
I flipping love the TARDIS.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful camper. Beautiful camper. I've seen a few for sale recently, but we are Bob
Oh, there's other questions. Oh,
We had.
worst weather I've ever driven. It's always mentioned Tug versus
Mm,
Storm. That was certainly unpleasant, especially if she didn't have a side window fitted at the time. But the worst weather, I think, I was doing a BX rally where we drove the perimeter of France, and we got down to Nice. We'd just left Monte Carlo. We were thinking, south of France, this is going to be magnificent. And it was some of the worst rain I've ever driven in my life. It was horrendous. Got a single wiper going as quick as it can, and the noise of the rain hitting the windscreen, it was just deafeningly loud. That that was not pleasant.
Stipulite used to have a Conway Clubman, had a hard roof but fabric size like Bob.
Ah,
Yeah, I've seen the Clubman as well. That's
yeah.
lovely. Was the Clubman also totally fabric as well? I think with a hard roof is a bit rare.
Who knows?
Anyone fancy doing it in a
Oh,
field
all things
somewhere?
Alex is off.
Pardon.
Pardon. All things Alex is off to have dinner.
Bye,
Enjoy.
Alex.
Yeah.
Now Rumours Briggery says, have you ever seen a Gordon Keeble in the flesh?
Yeah, I've seen loads of them. I'd love to drive one. The last one I saw. Oh no, I saw some at the NEC last year. But at the start of last year, we saw one that electric classic cars are
That's what I
converting
was
to
gonna. Yeah,
electric.
yeah. David Machin says, "Hi, can I get a shout out as it's my Alpha 156's 20th birthday today? Happy
Happy
birthday."
birthday, Alfa Romeo.
um, Adrian M says, "Don't put premature and Bob in the same sentence." Hugh Calvin Morgan says, "Is there one car that you have no interest in driving?"
I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because there's usually something. Even a Chrysler PT Cruiser, if someone said, "Here's the keys," I'd probably still drive it anyway.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of depends on circumstances. If someone said, "Do you want to drive this Ferrari Testarossa across London?" I'd probably go no, because Tuck is nicer to drive across London.
Yeah, just because you can't put it to its full
Yeah,
potential or anything like.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Tom O'Reilly says, "I think you should buy a TARDIS. Miss Hubnut would make a terrific Doctor Who with Miss Hubnut as his trusty assistant."
Okay, I'll get out my sonic screwdriver. Shall I do?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
No.
Oh. I just put my finger in my big American fan. Oh my! This is just descending,
Yeah,
folks.
it's going very bad.
It's my mission to make 2023 the year of the Tourer. So will you be getting a Tourer this year? I bought Henrietta this year.
Oh, is
Are we
that?
talking a Tourer caravan?
Yeah, is that a Rover 75 Tourer? Is that a Morris Minor Tourer?
Caravan?
James, you any look and find a Canary? No, I haven't done a Canary. I would love to do a Canary video. I love Canaries.
Will you be at Festival of the Unexceptional? Yes.
Yeah, I should think so.
Yes.
I'm not sure what we're going to be in.
No.
Again, there's going to be a slight case of whatever's working, I think.
Yes. Oh, any luck on finding Canary Road test? I have a friend with one who
Yeah, I was
might be
just
willing.
talking about that one.
Cool. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Ian at hubnut.org.
Oh, I saw something about a Velsatis. Lord Bungle hoping to bring. Have fun, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you at all at the social. If you spot a 6'5" Yeti, it will probably be me.
Okay.
I hope to bring the Velsatis.
Why?
Woohoo! Yes. Would you have a third go at a Rover 75 at some point?
I think I'm done with Rover 75s, to be honest. They're just not the car for me. I think overall I preferred my 45.
Oh, guys, this is amusing. So, Scooter Muppet is about 6'5", and Lord Bungle is about 6'5", and I'm 4'8".
Okay. It's going to be a mix of heights.
Mike Hunt Hertz says, as a child growing up, we had many family holidays.
Did you just read that name out loud?
Whoops. We had many family holidays in our 1988 Conway Camargue. The blue one, not the burgundy one.
Camargue's
Fun times.
a bit posh, isn't it? It's a Rolls Royce.
It's a trailer tent, isn't it? The Camargue.
Oh, no, I've scrolled off things. What am I doing?
They're amazing, aren't they? But cheeky on that name.
Where are we? Someone said, get yourself an Alvis Stalwart. Yeah, I'm not over blown away with the fuel consumption on the Stalwarts, and they don't have enough differentials, so they wind their transmissions up. It's a fantastic six-wheeled sort of personnel carrier, I think they were, or small truck, with amphibious potential.
That is a photo op, yes.
I'd love to drive one. I drove one years and years ago before I even did writing for a living, and it was quite the experience with a straight 8 Rolls Royce engine. Whee!
Rover 75 or S-Type?
That's a difficult one because the Rover 75 just has a better interior. I think the S-Type is a better car, but The Rover 75, as much as I dislike them, the interior ambience is something very special, and the S-Type just misses that kind of entirely, really.
Stipulite. Clubman exactly same. Pull-out beds as Bob, just a hard top, same size as base. Also had a bathroom and warm air heating and roll-out awning. Oh, posh.
2023 is the year of the Toro. Well, if it's popular, I'm not doing it.
Is there a Hubnut meet up north this year?
Nothing firm planned. Same for Scotland. Nothing planned yet. We need to try and do that and arrange that. We should probably be looking to wind this up. We've been going an hour and a half. That's a long time, isn't it?
Have you had any major mechanical issues with Ellie all the years of ownership, and how do you find longer trips in Ellie?
Well, it depends. I mean, she broke her engine last year, so that was quite major.
Excuse me, my back is hurting.
I mean, she still got me home, even though she was quite badly broken. Any mechanical issues? Oh, she did once strip her. In fact, a couple of times I've had synchromesh issues where the gearbox has needed some fettling. That's happened a couple of times. And one of those times she did become undrivable because she was kind of stuck between second and third gear. You couldn't fully disengage either gear. That was a problem.
What have we got? Is there a social in Scotland?
Yeah, again, with no firm plans. But
yeah,
will we make it this year? We just don't know. We don't know what we're doing this summer at all.
No, we're just going to free rein, grab Bob and Bella.
Any news on Ellie's engine? No, we're just still driving around on the borrowed 602 at the moment. My friend Colin is experiencing a change in circumstances, so I don't know we're going to be able to get into the engine autopsy as I was hoped.
Peter Van Heck says, could there be another mailbag? I loved it, even through the haze of Wish t-shirts. I've got to say, those Wish t-shirts are awesome. I wear them to go running.
They're nice and
fabric
stretchy.
Is lovely.
Yeah.
They're really nice. 2024.
It's me, Phil's getting his washing in. He forgot about
it. Oh.
We're not allowed to do anything silly.
Streetwise, any chance of you grabbing one?
Grabbing a Rover Streetwise?
Yeah.
I don't think there's much chance of it happening. I do like them though. I found one in the Netherlands. I was really pleased.
Yeah. How about getting a Ford Scorpio Estate as a tow vehicle?
Oh, I don't think there are any
that
left.
Could be pretty Hubnutish.
Yeah, it would be very, very Hubnutish.
Do you know what I saw?
But I've already got a big Ford.
I saw on one of my Facebook pages for folding campers and trailer tents, somebody had a Saab pull in. I can't remember which folding camper it was. Stunning little rig.
Oof. Right, okay.
Slight digression. Have you thought of doing a social at Sywell Aerodrome? What a venue that is.
Yeah, you've been there.
I've been there.
I've never been there.
It's an awesome venue. It's a lovely venue.
Yeah.
And everybody, the photo ops, so that you like to take photos.
The problem is, it's very difficult. Obviously, the venues want to know numbers, and we're never entirely sure. We've sold, they were free, 150 car tickets for the first social we're doing this year. So it can be a lot of people, and that can be difficult to accommodate. So, yeah.
It would be more intimate at Sywell. There's not huge. Well, there is a field. There obviously it's an airfield. But yes. Thomas Worcester says he'll come if we go to Sywell. That's where it was.
Yeah, we'll try and get there. We'll have to speak to them and see what they can do.
Oh, it's lovely to see all the folks that are coming to the social on the 10th.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think, assuming this first one goes well, I think that is a venue we'll likely go back to. It's a lovely place.
Yes.
My girlfriend is Romanian. She let me drive her dad's mighty Dacia. Well, that's love right there. That's beautiful. I was recalling because I was on that mission 5 years ago today.
Really?
We just got the mighty Dacia. Yeah.
Welcome Arch 240.
Hi Arch. We are doing very well. Don't worry about being late, but we are probably going to wind things up fairly soon.
Have you ever driven a Fiat 127 Fiorino van?
No, I have driven a Fiat 127 very briefly at Rockingham before it closed.
Did you have a Captain Scarlet SPV?
No.
My brother did. He had
Never
loads
into
of Captain Scarlet toys.
All Thunderbirds, really.
Loads of them. Lots of discussion about the Scorpio. Gosh, Sywell, lots of people wanting Sywell as a venue.
We'll speak to them.
Yeah, I know the car park that we were on, the hard standing, was quite small. Probably.
But they have a huge event at Sywell.
Do they?
Yeah, they do a Wings and Wheels event. so they must have capacity for
Well,
doing
it's an
bigger events.
airfield.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Pendine Sands. Yeah, Pendine Sands Hot Rod Racing on the Beach, 17th to the 6th,
Oh, okay.
23. I told you this.
Yeah. I think we're free that weekend.
I think we're going.
No, hold on. I'm sure we got something else lined up. That's the weekend after certain someone's GCSEs finish.
No, I think we said we were going to go to Pendine.
No, but I have a horrible feeling there's something else that weekend.
We may be going to Pendine.
Pistons and props. Sorry, at Sywell. Sorry.
We may be going to Pendine.
Yeah. Ooh, what Citroen do you want to drive that you haven't already? What haven't I driven? I'm trying to think. Any Citroens that I really want to drive, but I haven't. Probably the rotary engine ones, by the GS Birotor and the M35. They're definitely on my list. M35 could open a future video that I found in the museum.
Dinky or Corgi toys?
I'm a bit too old for Dinky. I had Corgi, but also the Matchbox Super Kings back in the day.
Are you doing any camping vlogs?
Yes. Yeah, we've already done 2 over on the Hubnut channel. So do go and check out Hubnut. After this, not now, stay here.
Little Miss Hubnut is currently, as we've mentioned, going through her GCSEs. They finish mid-June, so we might be holding off on camping till mid-June, but that's not far away now.
What about the Citroen G van? Oh yes, I would love to drive that. I don't know if it runs. That's a miniaturized H van built on 2CV running gear.
Have
Citroen does own it.
Ever driven a Bijou?
Yes.
Is the Dacia still in one piece?
Yes, I believe so. I haven't spoken to Rich for a fair while, actually.
What do you think of the Ford?
Welcome, Matthew Fletcher.
Matthew. What do you think of the Ford Fusion? I own a 1.25cc engine.
I'm not.
Oh, good night, 69.
I'm not a fan of Fusions. Terrible triangle of doom, says he who owns a Citroen Berlingo. But the 1.25 Yamaha engine, that is a top engine. Formula One's going to the toilet.
We won't look.
Okay, yeah.
Driven a 2CV.
Shall we start whistling?
Yeah. Safari Sahara 4x4.
No, I haven't driven a Sahara. That's a good point. It'd be nice to drive one of those.
Have you driven a C5 Aircross Auto yet?
I've driven an Aircross. I can't remember what gearbox it had. I didn't like it.
Oh no.
It's the first car I drove with lane departure, and it almost steered me into a hedge. Did not like it. Never driven a Citroen C35. We didn't get them here.
So is the GCSE the last big exams for students in the UK?
Yes.
It's at 16 and you can leave education after 16. Obviously you can continue if you want to, but pretty much everybody does the GCSEs at 16.
Citroen Cadian used to own one.
A bit stressful. Julian Heap says, Ian and Carly, just a side note, I'll be 46 on the 7th. I'm old. No, you're not.
Can you imagine being in your mid-40s? That's ancient. Oh.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Awkward. But I've got years in. Oh. No, I don't think. I think age is just in your head, really.
Citroen Axle. I used to own an Altsit, so that is a Citroen Axle. And I have driven an Ami Super. Fiat 242. No, we didn't get the Fiat 242. I don't believe either. No, that was a joint development between Citroen and Fiat that predated the later Relay.
Which would you say is the worst Citroen ever made?
Oh, worst Citroen ever made. It's tempting to say Sea Crosser because that's the only Citroen that's ever been made in Japan.
Is that the one?
It's just pure bad engineering.
Mitsubishi?
Yeah, it's a Mitsubishi Outlander.
Yeah, that's the one.
I quite like them. I've never driven one. Maybe I would hate it. I don't know.
No.
Would you drive a BX16 valve? I used to own one many years ago. They're lunacy.
Have you ever reviewed a Mark 1 Ford car?
Yes.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did last year.
Wouldn't a Citroen CX 6-wheeler be an ideal family car? Yes. God, that must be massive.
Yeah, very, very big.
Do you approve of cars being manual swap that only came as automatics? Do you think it ruins the history of them? Subaru SVX is an example.
No, I think the SVX is one that will upset my mate John immensely, but I think that is a car that is probably made better by having a proper manual gearbox fitted. I know they were meant to be GT cars, but really a manual is a much better idea for a car like that, I think.
A CX Tizier question mark.
Yeah, Tizier built many six-wheeled CXs. Even built some very special SM-based ones. Have you seen the 2 CX
Familiales for sale at Chevronics? We have not.
Yeah, I think I have seen one of them actually.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd rather have a Safari though. The 5-seater's enough. And they're getting quite expensive now, don't they? CXs.
I remember basically crying the day the results of the high school exams at 18 for entering a public university came in the day. So yes, very stressful.
Yeah.
It is very stressful. We've tried everything we can to make it less stressful, but it's still a hell of a pressure on young people. So if you've got kids that are doing GCSEs, A levels, all the equivalents, good luck to them. And yeah.
Ooh. Vitor 309 owns a Peugeot 309 graphic. I'd love to know what that is. Is that some sort of special edition? I've had a 309. Mine had the old Sinker engine in it, which was a bit rattly. But otherwise, I quite like 309s. Never driven a sport car. Probably should. Never driven a DS Chaperon.
I was just going to say that.
That'd be trust because they're big money. I'd have to speak to my insurer about that.
Shush, stomach. I suppose you're longing to drive a Matra Rancho.
Yes, we've discussed that in this very live stream. CX-TCA, you can't park. You just leave it somewhere. Yeah, I used to own a CX Familia. Oh, that was bad enough to park. Blimey.
Is that an IKEA Niklas shelving unit? This one? This is a Laderax.
What about this one?
That is IKEA, and I can't remember what it was called,
okay.
So it may well be.
Yeah.
What year is now minimum Hubnut? I don't think
there isn't a minimum. No. Do I see a little yellow 2CV? You do. Just there.
Is that the one?
Is it Mini just there, or is it the other side?
Did Mini Hubnut give that to you?
I think so, yeah.
He got really excited that he found
little Citroen GS, but I think a Hubnut has sent.
Yeah, I think so.
Project Home GTF, when will we see a two-seater? I don't think that's very likely. A two-seater just isn't useful for us at the moment.
Did Mini Hubnut get the RC connectivity sorted? No. Does he listen to his mother? No. No. In seriousness, I think general consensus at the end was that particular controller is very particular, so it needs a particular receiver, and hopefully that will sort it out.
Yeah.
I made a purchase today.
Oh yes.
Please excuse the scrambling, folks.
I did as well, and I've left mine upstairs.
Oh yes, you did.
Yeah.
You did a purchase today.
Ujuma Flip, what's the worst car you've ever fitted a new headlamp bulb to? Is it by chance a Citroen C5? I don't think we had to change. Did we have to change bulb on Cecily? I can't remember. I don't remember. If we did, I don't remember it being too onerous. I remember a colleague once had an early Citroen C3, and that was so bad we told him to go to Halfords. Oh. It was there just was no access at all.
Okay, look at these.
Check out the badges. It's almost focusing on them.
It is focused now.
Oh, there we go.
I just got these today from the Tybee back. There was so much stuff there.
Yeah.
So much stuff.
It was a good show.
It was a very good show.
Wait for that one. We will have our show coming from the Tybee Valley vintage show. We are going to Barry's tomorrow to get the C5 fixed. Oh, Barry Annals, I presume. Who used to own the 2CV will hopefully be parked next to on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, his 309 graphic is a 1.15 speed. Did we get them with a 1.1 over here?
No.
That's presumably the TU engine.
Oh, now, Mini Hubnut has got this thing about having a Dacia Sandero as his first car, but Matthew Fletcher says changing headlight bulbs on my Sandero was a nightmare.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the badges, they are a little marked, but they were 50 pence each, so I'm not going to complain about that. And then we found a red Transit, didn't we? Yeah.
Oh no, people are upset that there's no room for a sporty two-seater on the fleet. I mean, it's just where we are at the moment. We don't have the luxury of enough parking, so if we had a two-seater, it would just have to be never parked here. A bit like talking single-seater.
I reckon maybe. I mean, the two-seater we are thinking about is a Smart 4.2, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there is an element of that. Yeah. Get a Smart 4.2.
Oh, thank you very much, Topus Car Tales.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the lovely Allegro video. Always one of my favourite underappreciated cars. My dreams to own a Vanden. Oh, there's that contentious word, Pla.
Vanden Pla. I say Pla.
1500 one day.
Even though someone at the Vanden Pla Owners Club told me it is Vanden Plas. And I think it probably was Vanden Plas one day, but back in the Dutch days, but it just got anglicised to Pla.
Get Carly a Copen when the kids have gone, or when they're still here.
Rather have a cappuccino.
Oh,
look, someone's saying it's Plas. So the debate continues.
I think they're both cute. Did you get the Mitsubishi Magna in the UK?
Depends what era you're on about. We didn't get the first generation Magna, I don't think. We did get a later Magna, but sold here as a Sigma. I think. I think that was a Magna, in fact.
What's the latest on Bella? She is still sick.
She's mostly been
But
ignored.
King Bolingo
I've been
is
so
headed
busy.
to our part of the world, and hopefully he will be able to help.
Mm-hmm.
It's an intermittent fault, as we've mentioned before. She will run, but then you put some grunt, and then she just dies.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adrian. I think those badges are well cool as well. I was really chuffed. Did my best speaking Welsh to purchase those.
Oh, there's lots of people coming in for the Vandam Plus.
Ever seen a Chrysler Lebaron with the talking electronic box in?
Oh, there was one at Elkmerkvardig, but I didn't get near it with a camera because stuff kept on just turning up at that show, and eventually I had to stop recording. But so I don't know if it if it was a talking one.
If Rover Suzuki Cappuccino, nice. If Rover made a version, would it have been the Austin Bovril?
Maybe.
Mark 1 VWLT stealth camper hubnut worthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, I've got a friend with one, Matt, with the Hyundai Stella V8, but it's just broken its gearbox. He also has a Volkswagen LT that I would like to drive. I had a brief drive of it some years ago, and very nice things, those old Mark 1 LTs.
Yeah.
Very van-like.
So Vitor says, here in Portugal, the small engines are very common. I own a Clio for 0.9 TCE, Ford Fusion 1.25, and the 309 Graphic 1.1.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure our Fusions were minimum 1.4, but I could be wrong. But there are really small versioned engines of cars out there. The BX was available with a 1.1 litre engine in some markets, which must have been hellishly slow.
Mark Stott says, more like a Morris Ovaltine.
Yeah.
Galant, where did the Galant conversation come from? Galants were uber cool. Galant is beautiful.
Yeah. My mate Eddie, who's I've driven a number of his cars, including his Daihatsu Fellow Max. He's got a Galant diesel, I think it is, that I would very much like to see.
Do you think Past Picasso will ever feature on Harry's garage? And somebody was asking earlier, how is Past Picasso?
I don't know. It's
fine, we assume.
Yeah.
It's with Mr. Kitch, so it's going to have a lovely time. It's going to get tweaked and whatnot. But do you ever think Past Picasso will ever feature on Harry's garage?
It's not really his cup of tea, but you never know. One day it might. Yeah.
When did you last see, Graham W. asked, when did you last see the guys from the club with the swearing name?
It would have been their meeting last year, which was the first thing we went to with Bob, and Bob very nearly didn't fit. I don't think we really made a video about that. We were just having a nice time with friends.
Yeah.
So, it's been a while, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make their event this year.
When is it?
I forget.
Okay. But
it is during July, I think.
Have you ever driven an FSO Polonaise?
Yes. Funnily enough, I've driven the same FSO Polonaise as Jeremy Clarkson, because he borrowed it from my friend for one of his Christmas DVDs, I think, and didn't destroy it. So, well done, Jeremy.
Vitor 309 says 3 cars is enough, kinda.
Yeah, let's not talk about cars. Too many cars, because way on there.
And we've got...
Hooked on Classics. I took the plunge and started memberships of my own on your own channel. Well done. Have you found using them versus Patreon a challenge? It is a challenge in some ways, because we can do... I think we feel we can do more for channel members than we can for patrons. So we have no problem with people turning off their Patreon and becoming a channel member instead. That is an option. It's just easier for us to support. We feel it's easier to support the people on YouTube, because we can't do the little video updates on Patreon. I think you have to be able to do that.
Things, yeah.
Did we just glitch? It's just saying we're live again.
We just glitched.
Yeah.
We just glitched. The correct number of cars is n+1.
Okay, there we go.
Would you like a Morris Etal?
Oh, we saw one today, didn't we? A pickup.
Oh yeah, it was lovely in blue, wasn't
it? Yeah, I probably would like an Ital, but I think I'd prefer a Maxi 2. I love the end of line Maxis.
How do you go about finding a lockup to rent? prey.
Yeah, it's just you just got to keep looking
It's
absolutely
constantly
everywhere.
trawling. Facebook Marketplace, sometimes things can pop
Yeah,
up.
yeah, that's where our current one
Storage and
popped up on.
whatnot. It depends what you're looking for, really, because storage, because there's lots of dry storage for things like caravans and boats and stuff. Well, where we live, there is. Then that's quite easy to
Yeah,
find. But a
council
working unit is
garages vary a
harder.
lot in how much they cost. In parts of Wales, they are ridiculously cheap,
And there's,
but they're not always super quality. They can be damp,
I think we've got huge wait lists on
and
ours
there
around here
can
as
be
well.
issues with parking getting blocked, and waiting lists is definitely an issue. I have had one in the past, but yeah, you won't get a big car in a council garage.
What would you say is the best car made by British Leyland?
Or the best car made specifically by British Leyland? Hmm. That's a tricky one because that covers quite an era. I think the early Austin Rover era counts as British Leyland because that's who developed them. Hmm. That's really, really hard. I'm really struggling with that one.
Stippolite says you're freezing quite a bit momentarily. Is it okay now?
Yeah, we did
Yeah, I
notice a
did
glitch.
see we dropped out. We dropped
Yeah.
out and came back.
Hopefully we're all right. Maybe we've been going for too long. Look, we've been going for almost 2 hours. But that's a mere 2 hours. Kitchen did 24 hours. So
Project MDGTF says I'm thinking more double garage at least, somewhere for a couple of my toys and my dad's.
yeah, you just got to keep an eye
your
out.
eyes peeled
Yeah.
all over the place. We were very lucky with our unit.
Yeah.
Did you have an Evil Knievel?
No.
Oh, Rob Boucher says, I salaciously tickled the like button. It seemed to quite enjoy it.
Oh, it's been tickled again. Look, 274 now. Ooh.
Mendit Man says, I was so lucky with my unit. The previous tenant was trouble and they knew me, but I did have to sign a 5-year lease. Hopefully YouTube will pay for it in
fingers crossed,
time.
Mendit Man.
Well, we get some praise for you once on here, so good stuff. So
yeah.
hopefully it will head in the right
difficult.
direction.
It is difficult, and you want the channel to do better than it is already, and that can get very, very frustrating. And I'm afraid to say that doesn't really go away. There are still times now I'm just like, I'm underperforming. I'm not doing well enough. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily stop, unfortunately.
More mentions of the Crown Vic. Everybody was horrified to see the rust on that.
Yeah, we've already discussed that. Almost at the start of the show, I think we were discussing that. So it's been a long video.
My garage is £10 a week. Nice.
That's not bad.
Do you watch Tasty Classics?
No, I don't think we do. Tasty Classics. Is it Tasty Classics who had the Panhard recently?
I don't know.
Oh no, you're in the chat area.
Oh, I'm in the chat. Sorry, folks. I had to move because my back was hurting. Ooh.
There we go. Should we shovel up a bit?
I'll snuggle back up to you, my love.
Oh. Shouldn't it be a frown, Vic? Yeah, that's entirely possible. You're still a bit in the chat there.
More of a weep than a blinking.
We do this when we're watching the planes, don't we? We're quite often like, oh, you need to move because the planes are getting covered up by the chat windows.
Oh no. Integrali Dave says, my Mini of 32 years was involved in a fire in a council garage 2 weeks ago. Sad times. I'm so sorry to hear that.
I hope was it salvageable? It's just the biggest nightmare, isn't it? Fire. Wherever your car's stored, there's always that possibility.
Yeah. I thought Ian was cuddling the play button.
Yeah, Panhard is on Tasty Classics. So yeah, I did watch that incredibly rusty Panhard video. Indy 500, no, didn't watch that. Monaco Grand Prix, only watched the highlights, and looked quite exciting in the rain.
Oh, welcome to Basic Hubnut Rick Tick 65.
Yeah.
Got there in the end. Yeah, the Indy 500 with that tyre just going kapwee.
Yeah. Did see that
how
clip.
Nobody was hurt is literally a miracle. Really is.
Oh, Proctor's just put his Peugeot 306 back on the road after a wheel bearing failure. Well, having had a ZX suffer a very bad wheel bearing failure, I know how bad that can be. It's like getting rear wheel steering going on. That was not pleasant at all.
Yes, I will get my test booked.
Oh, we need Hubnut ASMR. I've noticed someone on TikTok who just goes around and just films doors opening, switches being operated, and I'm like, that's a really good idea. I should entirely steal it.
Yeah,
and then I entirely forget to do it because I'm always really busy doing the filming. There's a lot to try and focus on when you're trying to make a video.
You watched much High Peak Autos. I think he hates Nissan Dukes just as much as
I haven't
me.
watched a huge amount, but I do
You
know
haven't
there's a
watched
lot
them,
of crossover in viewers.
Yeah,
When I go
definitely.
through my analytics, it always says people also watched High Peak Autos.
Do you like Morris Minors? As I am a massive Lovejoy fan as well as a Hubnut fan.
We saw
We
many today,
We saw
didn't we?
many today. So
Yeah.
when the Tyvee Valley video comes out,
Definitely
you will
not
see
ruling out
plenty.
adding a minor to the fleet at some point.
Adrian M says, when diagnosing Betty's woes, don't forget to check the fuel make it happener and charger whirler. If all else fails, get out the cheek poker.
Okay, yep, someone's a Derek fan.
Absolutely, yeah. Very distinctive.
Yeah, Martin Neumann's impressed with our 2 hours live chat. Yeah, we
Alan
did
Foster,
mean to stop,
have a
but
good time at work.
we kind of haven't. But we should probably look to wind it up fairly soon. My voice is starting to go, if nothing else. We're talking such rubbish for 2 hours.
Not rubbish, high quality
entertainment.
entertainment.
High quality entertainment, yes.
Yes.
Ujima flip, Betty's problem akin to the fault on old Vauxhall Cavaliers where the chip motor on the side of the coil overheated and the engine cut. It's not an engine cut. The engine keeps going. It's
the instruments.
The instruments. The dashboard goes down. Gearbox gets its signal from the speedometer, so it detects no speed, but knows the car is moving. So it goes into a safety third gear only scenario, which isn't great if you've got a load of motorway driving to do.
Rosie Cheeks says, I wonder if anyone has ever fiddled a like button. If only Boaty's World was here to pass comment. I think Boaty's World is here under another name from what I could glean from the
Whatever you want to do to the like button, feel free to do so, because we're only 13 away from 300 likes. James G is enjoying the stream so much he's run out of tea. I haven't even got a cup of tea.
Oh, you poor thing.
I am neglected.
Wouldn't a great other name for the channel be Carlian?
Oh, yeah. In all my years, I've never had a girlfriend with Car in her name.
I know, right? It's meant to be.
Meant to be.
Sid 3,300 said, is fingering the like button okay?
Oh, well, we're over 300 somethings of the like button now anyway. So thank you, folks. But yeah, you need to be a bit careful with what you're doing. Don't get in trouble doing, unwanted things to a like button.
Well, on that note, shall we wrap things up?
I think we'd better, because otherwise we're just going to be going forever, and we can't do that because that's Kitsch's gig.
Yeah.
He did say he was going to do another.
Do it again, isn't he?
Yeah, another 24-hour live stream. So if he does, we will.
Shane, hello.
Yay! Thank you very much. Welly Bob added the 300th like. Well done.
Oh, well done. Thank you very much.
Yeah, always hash your hands.
I think maybe it's wash your hands.
Yeah. Seek permission for like button shenanigans. Good idea. You should buy an SM because Kitsch hasn't done that. Has he got one? I get a bit confused.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Live stream. I'm sorry for just kicking the camera.
Welcome to all the new members. Thank you to all those who gifted memberships.
So don't forget, if you have been gifted a membership, come and check out the community tab and the members only tab, and see what we've providing previously, and we will be doing more weekly updates. We might even manage to actually make them members only rather than public accidentally, like I did yesterday. Oops. So accidentally 2 videos yesterday and a live stream. And like I say, Ellie's Adventures coming tomorrow at 6 o'clock UK time. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Been an absolute pleasure, and we will see you
in a future live.
In a future live. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was fun.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop it.
Oh.
Where's the button?
You got it?
I think I've got it.
Oh.